welcome every one of you to Novice DMing for our yegVMP campaign. I am your Dungeon Master, Liam McKinnon, and here we have our wonderful players all around the table. I haven't thought of anything creative with you guys yet, but you guys are creative enough, so you're here. Woo! Yeah! Woo! We got together almost 3 hours ago, and we've been hanging out ever since. And I was like, maybe we won't do a session. And I was like, no, we're gonna do it.
It happened last time. It'll happen again. And
it'll happen in the future.
Will happen in the future.
We might have to start these earlier now that I think about it.
This is why I don't do live streams, and I'm very happy with this because I like talking with you guys, and I want to keep that for myself. So yeah.
Are you a yonder? No, sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Don't apologize when I don't
Get your
know.
anime stuff out of here. We're vampires. We're not anime boys.
Sorry. Sorry. Shut the fuck up.
So welcome to yegVMP, a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle that I've made myself. It's very fun. Yeah, these are the wonderful vampires that are part of it. Going into some announcements. Yes, going into some. I'm just like cognizant of like who's gonna throw me off next.
Sorry.
What's gonna happen?
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I think that's one of the announcements coming up.
Hey! I predict the future.
I'm sitting here listening intently.
Yeah.
Does that make me your favorite dungeon giant?
Don't say it!
Yeah, he's Dungeon Daddy and we're the Dungeon Children. And we have sessions.
You said don't do it!
He's turning red.
Soon he will match your hair.
Oh, very nice.
I don't know what you're talking about. Me and Sami are sitting here very kindly.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm behaving.
You're not
I'm
sitting
doing my
like,
best.
You just sit like
Oh,
the kind
yes.
people.
Don't!
We're all.
We're good.
You
We're ready to
said
go.
an hour and a half ago.
Bro.
Liam, be sure you don't say it.
Yeah, she said Liam don't say it. She didn't say that she couldn't say it.
You're like, someone's gonna do a sound clip and it's gonna make your life hell. And it's like, you did it. I'm in hell now. This is what hell
It's
looks
because
like.
I'm fine if they clip me, but if they clip you, that's a little different because you're the daddy and I'm just the child. I should know better. I don't know better. I'm the child.
You realize that he's gonna send this to the other group too, right?
Oh, fuck. Y'all fuck sick fuckers, you behave.
Lose my mind. So the first announcement is that I'm performing in Sorry Not Sorry Improv on the 26th of April, being the Dungeon Master, not the Daddy. For everyone, for Adam, Keith, and Leah, I forget her last name, I'm the worst.
This is so chaotic.
We have been talking for 3 hours. Do you see why? Fuck you. I don't know why that was the moment. I'm just
Somebody
like,
and
how
swipe
dare
it.
you.
It's 100 ounces.
I think that's the biggest water bottle I've ever seen in my fucking
Yeah,
life.
I'm the Dungeon Master for the show, and I'm very excited about it. I've been thinking about it for literally 3 months. No, not 2 weeks. 3 months.
Oh, right, sorry, not sorry.
Yes, the thing I'm announcing.
Yeah.
Word.
Decor? I think Leah's last name is
Decor. Yeah, Decor. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Leah
yeah.
Decor.
Sami in for the win.
I'm bad at last names. Thank you. Adam Keefe and Leah Decor. Yes, and I'm very excited to be playing with them. Both of them actually played at my own personal table. They were part of a villains campaign that I was in, and they both scared me, so it's very fun.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
scared villains.
The other thing, another announcement. I'm also performing on April the 24th. I'm going backwards with this. April 24th, I'm going to be a part of the improvised mixtape that is happening, that is produced by Ross Zimmerman. Very good friend of both Sorry Not Sorry and also mine. I saw him on the bus. It was great. Yeah, and I'm going to be part of that entire show. For those of you who don't know, the YG improvised mixtape is a special improvised format where improvisers get together from all across the city of Edmonton, and they perform with each other on stage in kind of like long-form settings. We each get like 15 minutes, and we're broken up into 4 groups. It's a really fun experience, and I get to be a part of it. I haven't been a part of it in over a year, but it was really cool. It's how I got to meet some really good friends, and I got to really know what Ross does, and he does a really good job. So yeah, I'm very excited to be a part of that. And on April 17th, I am also performing in Weird Al Karaoke at the Grindstone Theater. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's essentially a formatted, like, just comedy show where everyone does a parody song similar to, like, you know, what Weird Al does, where we do parody songs. It's not people doing Weird Al karaoke. We're all not singing Eat It, you know, because we are all running our own improvised songs. And I am doing a rap song, and I'm very excited for that. It's going to be very fun. Other major announcements, I don't think I have too much else to talk about, except, yeah, I just decided to catch my breath, which is good.
You weren't breathing this whole time?
No.
No, I had to go because I knew if I stopped for a moment, someone would take that and be like, he stopped the energy.
I've been biting my tongue 7 times already.
Vampires don't breathe, but dungeon daddies do.
Just choked on my
Every time you go in with that, it's so good because it's like you're at a very important press conference.
So
it's like that's a very important question. You're like, yeah, so.
So I that, for those of you who don't know, that is actually my karaoke name that I do. There's a whole thing with it. I'm never gonna be able to use it again if people watch it. I want you to know that. They're gonna be like, uh-oh, the second they see it come up.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti.
Any other backwards announcements?
I have no backwards announcements.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about every
choice that's led
Yeah,
up
I
to
was
this
literally
point.
about to say that, yeah!
circumstances, everything that has happened.
Every invitation he's extended, every hand, he's like, hey, you want to hang out?
I'm wondering, what have I done?
And you corralled us
In all my
like chickens.
days.
Just a good thing. That was just me.
Or in a,
Anyway,
or in a good
I was
place.
just being nice.
That was really nice. That was nice. I dissociated for a second, so I didn't hear what you said for the nice thing, which is very. That's life for you. Just like someone said something nice about me. I was caught in my own head. Yeah, I was trying to think if I should say something in my own life, and I was just like, no, I shouldn't. It's funny.
Give them ammunition.
Yeah, it's
I don't need ammunition.
It's very funny,
to be effective.
and I'm laughing. No one else would laugh at what's in my brain.
Ooh, I love. Yeah.
See, I'm glad.
No,
Yeah.
no, you should say it.
Well, I was gonna say that I can't believe that with all the chaos and shit that's been going on here in this first few minutes, I got rejected from directing a play.
Yeah.
Because I think I could absolutely handle chaos. That's it. Was that funny for everybody? Because I'm laughing my ass off right now, or would be if I wasn't laughed out. Stop it. Stop it.
Don't worry, I already consoled him before this. I'm not just a complete asshole. Only somewhat an asshole.
2 things can be true.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has any announcements.
Not really, no. I've been watching a lot of Sen Kenji, you know, the VA Twitch
You know I
streamer.
don't know that.
Yeah, you probably don't. He's really funny. He's really cool. He's just a, VTuber. Anyways, VTuber?
Okay.
No. Yes, no. It's not what they're called. Anyways, I don't know. Just think he's pretty cool. And I think that I should announce that because I've been watching him almost daily and it's starting to become a habit. Healthy? We don't know. But we'll get there. We'll find
Every
out.
week, one of us will have a new recommendation for what to watch online.
And they will appreciate the views you give them.
It'd be like monkey, which is the sound noise. And sorry, there's a couple of new sound noises that I might. Ding, you guys would be like, what? And I'd be like, yeah, well, you know, Kenji.
I think any sound noise is better that you bring it up as opposed to the stuff in my life that I bring up. So I'm like, yeah, you do that. That's
Well,
great.
I was just about to make a noise that wasn't really me.
Okay.
I'm always pro personal sound effects. I dig them. I'm here for them. I vibe them.
Yeah.
You want to know what my sound?
Yeah, sure.
I was going to say womp womp, and I was like, that's mean.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's why I was
You know
like,
what
no,
else
I
is mean?
stopped. Yeah.
The fact that I'm gonna have you have to remember every single person in the clubhouse. Yeah. No, not the people that I'm tied to in this imaginary world.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm bad at names in real life.
Sorry.
Hey, we were talking. Okay, side note, we were talking about a person that I knew every day for like 3-4 years because they were dating somebody that I was like close friends with.
Yeah.
And I figured out his name, but like before this, guys, like literally, it took 15 minutes, and I'm like, I don't remember his fucking name. I suck at names. This is torture. Why did you give me so many fucking names?
The secret is nicknames. If you're bad with names, you just give everyone a nickname.
And all of the nicknames are the same.
Do you want to do that? Do you want to make that your engagement for this session? Is I'm going to throw a name at you, you think of a nickname for them?
Sure, and this is gonna go horrible because they're all gonna be named like Joe or something like that. I'd be like Joe number 1 and Joe number 2.
Don't call me
Hey,
Joe.
buddy!
That makes it my job.
Hey
I'd be
man,
like,
I call
who did
at
you
work
call Joe? Who did you call Joe to?
2, or like at work when it's regulars that I forget their
Who did you
names.
call Joe
I literally
Mama?
go, oh my gosh, hey my friend, what's up my friend? And I'm like, oh how's it been my friend? It works. They're all like, oh my gosh, she thinks like we're so close. They don't even say my name. She calls me friend.
Yeah.
Wild, but it works.
Yeah, I've worked in the service industry.
Yeah, you get it. I'm like, hey my friend.
I just say that all the time.
And they go, hey Monika. I go, oh fuck, you really know my name. I really don't know yours. My bad.
Yeah, that's a 20% tip right there. Hi, friend. Aw.
Aw.
Yeah.
To be fair, when you go to a restaurant or other place of food exchange, there's a word.
Food exchange.
Food exchange for money.
I was gonna be like, I give you an apple and you give me a banana. Food exchange.
Hey, child, what did you just say?
I'm going to McDonald's and bringing my A&W and being like, hey.
Hey, Daddy's here to support you. You okay? You okay?
I'll give you an A&W root beer for a McFlurry.
when you go to an eatery,
An eater.
the server typically introduces themselves and says, "Hi, my name is Monika. I'll be your
Yes.
server."
You don't then
Yeah.
go, hey Monika, my name is.
It happens to me 1 out of 5 times. Legit. It happened to me 5 times today.
Yeah.
And I had like 15,
Well-
20 tables today. It was busy but not busy.
Well,
yeah.
I will say,
Yeah.
when I go
It
to
happens.
an eatery to eater, I very much
Eater.
will do that very same thing. I'll do that as well. I will be like, hello, my name is this, and I'll do that. Yeah. But only if they ask, because I normally know they don't care. Because I don't sometimes. Like,
Eater.
yeah, it's
Eater.
hard-
I
it's
barely
hard to
know
care
her.
sometimes. It's nice to care. I appreciate when someone does care. Because it shows me, I can actually be better at my job. Oh, but with all that being said, there's no other announcements. Do we have any questions regarding character stuff?
No, just thank you for the support. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Anytime, Sam.
You're welcome.
It's mainly his support, but like, I support you too.
Oh no.
Everyone pause.
Everyone, there's a musical accompaniment moment that's happening. I don't know what it was.
I like
Luckily,
it.
I think it is copyright free.
Great.
Yes, it was an
Great.
alarm.
I do like it though. It's very magical, very whimsical.
That was very nice.
pretty.
It was very good. It was like, ooh.
It's like,
Feeling it. Any other questions?
Nope.
Great.
No.
I love how it came up on your moment of like, no, I'm good. It's perfect. All right. Well, with that being said, I want to roll this dice because it's very important for today's session. So let's dive into today's session for yegVMP. Oh, wait, are you guys going? When we do that? Like, you guys doing? Is that what's going on?
We're
You guys
thinking
going-
about it now.
Yeah, it's like you guys are going. Like, is that what's going on? I'm actually
no, but I
asking
will
right
be
now.
now.
We're not getting up until
Sammy
no.
was, but then I
Okay,
saw
Sammy
her
was.
doing
Okay,
it.
good.
and
I'm
it's-
not crazy then.
And now it's
the
coming
title
into
card
the
is still
mind.
up right now.
I told you I like personal sound effects.
I feel like now we all have to.
Great.
Now
Now
we're
you
doing
listen.
it on the way up.
When last we left off.
The-
When last we left off in yegVMP, we had a very interesting session. We had a very interesting session involving the Collar, which is Gertie's motorcycle gang, in which they basically were getting shot at by like it looked like it was a rival motorcycle gang. Or was it? We actually may have found out it maybe wasn't, because it was such a raucous sounding motorbikes that were driving up.
So we're looking at
And they were going pip pip, boom, 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 shooting guns.
We know
But
they're
then
British, too.
there was a whole
the British are coming.
right. There was an entire group of motorcycle gang members that were shooting up the Collar, and it became an entire conversation. about basically who they thought this could actually be. They thought it was actually tied to one of the kind of like the smaller biker gangs within the city of Edmonton called the Vipers. But Gertie had a very astute observation in questioning that maybe that's not the case. They're normally a little more quiet, stealthy. You yourself were ambushed by a few of them on the road, and you didn't even notice them for a time. So having some really loud-sounding motorcycles come up didn't really fit their kind of MO. So that was something you discussed. You also had gotten into a social combat scenario with Patty, your sire, and the president of the Collar, which, for those of you who are aware of the system, knowing about aggravated damage in the ways of willpower, Patty lost tremendously and is now 6 out of 7 willpowers down for aggravated damage. We'll talk about what that means later. But basically, you stood up basically to protect the club because she was trying to say, who are we going to get? Because there is a conversation with an individual named Leon. Who was the or Leo?
Leo. I was
Leo,
just
thank
about to
you.
say, I'm like, that's an extra letter there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. With Leo, this individual who had encountered you at the drive and dive and invited you to Elysium, which we thought was outside of a Walmart. It's not. It's actually at Chateau Lacombe, which is a hotel.
Fancy person's Walmart.
No, that's La Chateau. And I searched it up to make sure I didn't make a mistake.
Actually,
I was like, wait, did I actually say
it.
La Chateau? No, I said Chateau Lacombe. But they are taking you to a secondary location, but you had this thing of saying, I don't want anyone to be coming with me. I want to make sure we're all safe. And so, you've had 2 weeks to search up what... Anyway, so... Sorry, that was a lot. So you basically, but you got into an altercation or just a social combat with Patty. We also had Dr. Penny Potts.
So we did things too.
You, yes, you did. You
They're
actually
very
did
relevant.
a lot of things.
You know.
You got it doesn't seem like it because that was like a what the fuck stuff. But you had made more progress on your book, which is called Reanimating the Self. Or other smart stuff. Yeah, other smart stuff, because again, I could not remember all the other things.
I would like to hear the other stuff. What is it?
Reanimating the self, an exploration of kindred behavior, cognition, and attachment in pursuit of wellness and psychological integration following the trauma of undeath.
Boom.
Kindred behavior.
Just send it to him later.
And that is how much I got today.
He adds to it a little more each
You
time.
had a conversation involving that, and you well, not a conversation, you were making progress, and you were really thinking about the concept of could the neurons in the brain still be able to be activated. And you would discover the intricacies of memoriam, basically the process of being able to awaken somebody's memories through this long process of reliving them. There is a potential that it could be dangerous and lead to some dangerous stuff if you were going to constantly meet certain vampires to do this, but it's not impossible. And you went to your work. You went to do your thing as a psychologist, and your whole desire for yourself was to make a friend, and that was what you were aiming for yourself today, which is great. But yeah, that was what the main focus of what you had. And then we had Declan. Declan, you had started your very first day working outside of your home office. We learned a lot about your home office, but you had also met with
Arnold Martin.
Yes, with Arnold Martin, and you had learned that he's looking for his son Keith. Specifically, he's been missing for a few days now. He's been spending time with some shady people. There's a friend of his named Lewis that's like, oh well, his parents seem okay. Like it's like doesn't seem anything bad, but they're all concerned. And so you started looking into this in a little bit, and you had found out a lead that they had been somewhere called Aurora's Antiques, and that was something that you touched on for yourself. We are in the process of the evening, the early bit of the evening, because that is just off the top of your meeting. So the only thing here that's important, like right off the top, is I want to double check. Does anybody have different desires from themselves? I will say, Gertie, you did complete yours last time, which was protecting the home. So that would have meant that you would have recovered a willpower right then. We have recovered willpower already.
Yeah.
just because I have not paid attention to that for the last one. Yeah, but want to keep up on that. So if it ever comes up with a desire, make sure you know it, because then if it comes up, it's like, is this doing it? I will check. Do you have a new one for yourself, or do you want to still stay on that one?
No, I got a new one. It's figure out what the bastard wants, aka Leo.
Leo, not Leon. Leo. Wonderful. Okay, so
not Leon Dreisaitl. Leo. Though Leon
we all wanna know what
Dreisaitl
that
is
bastard
fine.
wants.
He's fine.
What the bastard wants.
Bracket Leo, because can't be too generalized here.
There's a lot of bastards.
A lot of
Yeah.
bastards.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, we know a lot of bastards. You gotta hang mean bastards. With mean bastards, you got to hang. Wonderful. Yeah, Declan.
I want to find a lead on Keith Martin.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting indeed.
So that's your desire. Okay, great. Find the lead on Keith. Great. And Penny.
I don't think I have any new desires. I think just keep working on the research and maybe pursue this make a friend thing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You got this.
Okay, we are going to quickly cut to start this off with Gertie for just a moment coming out of the clubhouse for one particular reason. There's something I forgot to do. All in the midst of this combat, the social combat, there was something I forgot. Marco, during the shootout that was happening, Marco was shot outside. He's one of the main mechanics that works at the chop shop, which is the main mechanic space there. He runs it, basically. Mm-hmm. He was shot, and he is one of Patty's touchstones. And because he was hurt or damaged in this game, that marked a thing on her humanity. So I'm gonna roll this die at the top, and we're gonna see if her humanity drops.
No.
Yeah.
Not
There's a
Patty's.
stain on her humanity.
I take my smile back.
That's an 8. Patty retains her humanity. She does not have any concerns with that.
I gotta do some.
However,
I gotta do some reversal
you
work
all, every single member of the collar comes out of the clubhouse, and Patty's the only person who stays in.
Oh, I didn't know this is where we're going to left off. This is very anxiety.
Yeah, she's the only one that's staying in. Everyone is basically walking out of this, walking out at the moment, silent as the grave.
I try sneaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like get up and just.
Go ahead. Just go ahead and please make a dexterity and stealth check for me, please.
Dexterity.
Dex stealth.
Yeah.
Dex stealth.
Dex stealth.
Got it. The 3 and then
Just slipping on out.
Where's my? I got 0 in stealth. Oh wait, how many? Oh, 200 though. Okay, hold on. Let me dexterity. By the way, if I'm glaring a lot, it's because I've lost my glasses for almost 2 weeks, so I'm kind of just.
My glasses.
My glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Remember, say I had nothing to pick on.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. You slip on out, and I'm
Try
just
to
gonna
roll
simply
smooth.
roll 4 dice. Everybody notices you.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're like, you just like slip on out. You're like trying to sneak your way back to your yeah, like Nosferatu, kind of like moving through, and everyone's like,
Knocking over stools as you're sneaking by.
Excuse me, sir. Pardon me.
everyone is aware of you. Now, where are you trying to sneak off to?
Like, are we all leaving?
They're all just leaving the clubhouse, right? Or they're all leaving your central kind of meeting chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk to Patty because I'm kind of embarrassed of what I did a little bit. Like, I'm like still firm in my decision. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, I just kind of went against Patty, and I'm over here like, oh shit, I don't want to face her and talk to her right at this moment.
Yeah.
Akko Taco kind of moment. Such
Yeah.
a minor thing to say, but seriously. So yeah, I'm just trying to like sneak out, maybe go to my room, pack my bag. Gonna text Declan over here. Declan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know you guys' names.
Now, one of the things that we've talked about before in the past is the idea that losing humanity is a very big thing that could affect you and how you appear to the world. With a humanity 6 now, as you failed your humanity roll last time, I will let you know the 2 major things that come off with a humanity 6. You cannot have sexual intercourse per se, but if you wish, made at a 1... you can fake it by winning a dexterity charisma test if you wish, made at a 1 die penalty to your dice pool. Also, even when using Blush of Life, you need to make a composure plus stamina test to be able to keep food and drink down for an hour.
Ooh,
So-
you can't do alcohol easy anymore.
Son of a bitch.
So, what I want to ask you...
If it's mixed with blood, does it count?
No. So I want to ask you,
Mm.
what is Gertie's, as you're kind of like retreating back into this private space for yourself, as you're kind of like packing up your things, what does Gertie's appearance look like now that she's lost an element of humanity and more of her own beast is beginning to show just on her features?
Physically, she has like a little bit more canines that are showing, and then also she's kind of just like a little bit more like hunched over, and and her nails are just a little bit longer. She's kind of like little bit of things, but it's more of her like aggressive kind of features are kind of showing a little bit more. Not anything too noticeable, but if you look a little too closely, you just like it just doesn't seem right. Like something just seems off, but you can't really pinpoint what. But yeah.
Okay.
I should write that down,
So you're
actually.
packing up for yourself right now.
Yeah, I'm packing up my stuff, getting like my bag together. It's just gonna be like a simple bag. I'm gonna pack a couple extra daggers. I've gotta make sure like I go to that one drawer and I grab a couple of my daggers, put them one in my boot. I already have my other one in my other boot, and get that kind of sorted. I make sure I have my leather jacket. I make sure to pack like extra scarves that I always put like across my face and like over my head. And then just little essential things like that.
You hear a knock at the door, actually, of your own door. And you hear it open behind you, and you can see behind you is Beverly and Roman. The two of them are standing there with you, or just outside the door, and they're like, Beverly looks at you. She's still got a smile on her face with you, but she says, Hey,
what's up?
they look at your bag and everything. You're just packing into it right now. She looks at Roman. Roman's glasses looks at her. They both look back. So, packing light?
Should I be packing more?
Well, I mean, you're probably gonna have to be getting yourself ready for a pretty big event. Do you want to really go looking like,
Like what?
Honey, listen, you look great, but one of the things we definitely can't have you looking like, we can't have you wearing the cut. You can't like full on leather. Come on. If you're gonna wear leather,
What?
you're gonna have to wear the right stuff.
Isn't that a 2000 movie where they do a whole fucking makeover? Like, I'm fucking going there to talk to the bastard and tell him to go fuck himself.
Honey,
they find a piece of
if you
information and come back.
Honey, if you think this is not what it's gonna be, you're fucking wrong about that. We're not gonna let you just go off to like one of the most dangerous places in the entire fucking city.
What do you have in mind then?
Well, why don't I fucking show you and like bamf off?
I feel like I should have closed that door.
But we will come to that a little bit later. We are going to be focusing on you, Dr. Potts, as you've been working as it was, kind of having that more friendly approach with all of your patients. We come to you just wrapping up a session with a client, as this young woman who's just kind of like talking to you about like her anxiety and nerves about trying to start up with you. She's just kind of shopping around, and she's taking a little conversation, and she's just like, so like I'm feeling like it's probably, I don't know, like I my dad didn't work really well with him when it came to like therapy and stuff, so I'm just trying to figure that out. But I mean, did you think this would be best, or should I like, is there something else I should go for?
Well, I think the most important thing is trust. So, if we were to proceed and if we were to work a little bit together, the place I think I would start is on building that self-confidence and building that self-trust. I would also encourage you to remember that you're not your father. You're two completely different people, and what may or may not have worked for him may or may not work for you. And the only way that you will know is to try. If you do go ahead and try, you are not beholden in any way. And if we work together for a little bit and you realize I'm not actually the correct fit for you, I know other professionals in the industry, I know specialists. So if I realize that I am not, going to be available for you, or if I don't have the specialization to help you, I will absolutely recommend you to another professional that I know and trust. At the same time, going back to that idea of trust, if you do choose to proceed here with me, that is one of the things that, we'll work on together, is building that trust between you and I, and that trust is not going to be immediate. It takes a while to get really comfortable with someone, really be able to be vulnerable with them, open up to them, see how they respond to you, how you respond to them. So, having said that, I can't guarantee you that this will be correct for you or be the perfect fit. What I can promise you is that I will always treat you with respect, and I will always have a vested interest in allowing you to explore what you feel needs to be explored, and allow you to have that sort of autonomy in this space. And it's my job to support you and give you tools. It's not my job to tell you what is or isn't correct.
I'm gonna let you choose. Is this a manipulation or a composure role for yourself with a persuasion or charisma? No. Composure or manipulation.
I'm gonna say it's a composure.
Okay, with persuasion added to this, that's gonna be a difficulty of 3.
I'm rolling 7 dice.
You could auto succeed if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's auto succeed, because low-key I forgot my dice today, so whenever I roll, I'm going to be stealing some of Kordell's dice.
Yes, I will absolutely take the auto success, because I couldn't do it any other way. Perfect.
Excellent.
Hey.
A gentleman's agreement.
Yes, wonderful. Oh, great.
I have 2 more D10s, so it makes 3, but that's all I got, girlfriend. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So, this young woman crying with absolute, trust in herself that this is the right place to have showed up to ask these questions. And she immediately, says, "Thank you so much. Do I sign with you, or do I do it outside? How do I? Sorry.
Of course. If you're interested in booking another appointment, you can just talk to our receptionist out there, Sky. I assume it's Sky.
It's later in the evening, so actually Lena is in right now. Yes, yes, Lena is here, and Sky has left later afternoon.
Gotcha. You can talk to our receptionist, Lena, and all she'll do is she'll book you another appointment. She has an info sheet as well that you can fill out. That's where you can just bring it to the next session. The sheet is going to have all of your healthcare information, any coverage or direct billing is all going to be on that. So when you book your next appointment with her, she'll give you all the paperwork, and you just fill that out and bring it with you next time.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
She gets up. She almost goes to give you a hug, but she's like, I'm sorry. She just says thank you. Begins to walk out. It's been a pretty good Monday.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna share the date, but it's actually very important for Declan's character to actually know the date as well. So we'll get to that in a second. But it is Monday in 2024. You go ahead and make a wits awareness check for me, please.
Wits awareness.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 3 wits. 2 awareness. Is there death involved?
Is there death involved?
No.
I call it the
This is a
skull.
difficulty of 2 for this, but yeah, go ahead and make this check for yourself.
Okay, I've got 1 hunger. 2 successes. A 1 on the hunger die, a 2 and a 3. So 2 successes.
This is interesting. I will let you determine if you wish to embrace that 1 for this. The first thing as the door opens is you get a very familiar smell. Tito vodka. Cutting across. Dusty smell. Light soiling of clothes. Greasy, unwashed. You start clocking this scent even before you get into the hallway. This young woman walks out, and you kind of slow your walking just for actually, you catch it, so you don't have to even go out in the hallway. You know there was a kind of person that would come in, and they were just always like, they were rough. They were a rough person that you've dealt with before. They were a individual who basically was court mandated. Specifically, they were part of the Provincial Family Violence Treatment Program. And you had worked with them in group sessions. You can elaborate in terms of other things with this, but the way I kind of envisioned this is like, worked with them in group sessions, saw them here, took an opportunity to work with them, and attached yourself very much because of your history when it comes to monstrous behavior. And this was an individual that you worked with personally and started to help work. So an individual is also somebody who has not been showing great signs of progress, unlike other people within your own field. You know outside, currently in the main lobby with Lena, is Douglas Dougie Thorne.
I'm gonna take the fail on this. I want to see what happens.
Oh shit!
For anyone wanting to be in the know, one of the backgrounds, merits, and flaws that Penny has is a stalker named Dougie.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Nope. Not that kind of Dougie. No, not them. Stop it. That's not a cool Dougie. This is a very bad dude. Yes, I want to just quickly remind myself here where we had, let me just see. I want to find our own personal chronicle tenets for ourselves here. Because here we go.
Great power equals great responsibility.
Don't judge the spread. But we also did to err is to be human.
Yeah.
So we haven't really thought about the concept of an actual fail and what this would do for us when it comes mechanically. What I think will happen here is because you have chosen to accept this failure, I will make this statement and keep me honest to this. In failing on this particular moment, unless you otherwise pursue anything that would directly impact your humanity regarding your touchstones or anything of that nature, like as a sacrifice to some kind of thing like that, because you have failed, I will make sure that nothing that you do in this moment is a threat to your humanity, because you've chosen already to fail on this.
Okay.
You also will be able to choose in which one it is. Like, I would even say that this is, for example, of all the ones that it kind of presents here, I think this is definitely one of a compulsion for you, for opening yourself up to that kind of like, what is it, your Toreador...
Peaceful mind, -2 to anything you're not obsessed with. And we talked about this peaceful mind obsession with, calm thinking and orderly thoughts and kind of Penny getting into a space of like controlling or becoming manipulative or kind of doing whatever she needs to do to like calm or correct people around her or herself.
Yeah. So that moment comes for you. So you have a chance to prepare yourself to find that beautiful space before you go out to meet Dougie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think what Penny does is... Can I say that I don't know if she would have an actual, like, memento or anything from Roger Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what she does is she reconnects with that touchstone, maybe just by, like, turning back to her office, shutting the door for, like, 30 seconds. She goes back in, and she pulls out Roger Bailey's file. And I think she flips back to the last session she had with him, or one of the last sessions she had where he was talking about Indiana Jones. And she just, like, rereads, like, half a page of her notes. And she just goes. And she remembers the phone call with Colin, where she's like, I'm so proud of him. I was worried about him seeing this movie, and he did great. And the, like, gunfire and action and violence didn't trigger him. And so she just sort of, like, reconnects to that touchstone. Yeah. And then she just sort of, like, she does it kind of quickly, but she lets herself sit, like, marinate in that, in like, Roger's success. And she closes the file and puts it in and goes, maybe this time we'll succeed. And so she sort of, like, bolsters herself. What if it goes well? What if this works? What if I have fun? All of those, like, counter thoughts, because she's like, Roger, you got me, Roger. And then she, you know, puts it all away, brings out Dougie's file, opens the door, and is like, and goes in out to the lobby and sees Dougie and invites him in.
Wonderful. It is Monday, October 28th, 2024. You walk outside into the hallway to go and see Dougie, and you hear, along with that smell, you can hear, you giving yourself 30 seconds. Dougie is, in that 30 seconds, leaning heavily on the desk as the young girl that you were talking to before is filling out the forms. Lena is currently being like, excuse me, sir, as she's trying presently to get his attention because he is talking to the girl, basically speaking, like, in the same tone of voice that he's had for a long time. Dougie has a very rough featured face. Like, it looks, like, not dirty, but it just looks as if it is unwashed, and weathered tremendously. He has dirty shoes on him and clothes that are worn, baggy, like kind of thrift store, like, shoppers, like, sweaters and stuff like that. Like, they are loud for a very maliciously quiet man. You see he also, like, his voice is a harsh and raspy tone to it from years of yelling, cursing, heavy drinking, and smoking. Carries that with him everywhere he goes. He also constantly has, his teeth are almost like in this state of grittedness. Like, it's not even just like he can, like, it just, he's always clutching onto it. It just feels like he's just, like, set with his teeth. As he's speaking to the young girl that is, like, kind of, he's like, you know, you're feeling it through, you know, you just, you know, got that, you know, you want a pen? And he just, like, goes to take a pen out from his pocket and kind of, like, holds it out, like, kind of shaking from his hands. You can tell he's been drinking a lot already. And Lena's like, she has a pen. She has it. I've given it to her, and she's filling out the form fine. It's like, and Lena tries to pull his focus, and she's like, sir, do you have an appointment today? And you come in at this point.
Penny takes in the entire scenario, and something just, like, shifts inside her. She sees Lena trying to pull his focus, and something, like, not quite articulate inside her, but just, like, of feeling is like vampire mode on. Like, do not disrespect me. Do not disrespect my staff.
Mm-hmm.
Do not disrespect the other patients.
Mm.
And it's like her anger and judgment is already up. And so she is losing any sort of guard or boundary or like peacefulness around like non-judgment, and she is like straight into punitive, and she says, Douglas.
He looks up at you, and there's like this immediate like familiarity crosses his face. Like this smile, crooked, comes up and says, "Hey, Doc, I needed to see you.
Do you have an appointment, Douglas?"
I lost my phone. I was gonna call. I called, but then nobody answered, so there wasn't anyone here. I wanted to make it now. Could I make it now?
Douglas, are you asking for an emergency intervention session? Or are you trying to bend the rules and overstep boundaries again? We have discussed this, Douglas. I cannot enable you. I can support your good decision making. If you require immediate medical intervention, I would like you to say as much.
He goes to, like, you can just tell the energy is like wish-washy for himself. When it comes to any woman of authority, Douglas struggles. So I'm going to just simply say this is just going to simply be a composure intimidation check for yourself at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a difficulty of straight up 2.
Okay, we're rolling 4 here. Oh, dip. So 2 successes again, but a nat. Oh wait, no, that's a 10. This dice is only 2 digits. Okay, I didn't roll a 1. I rolled a 10 this time. That's good. I thought I'd rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
Yeah. No, that's like came with the box D&D dice, so yeah.
Oh, a 10 on the hunger die?
Yeah.
For yourself? Okay, no 10s across the board though on any of the other dice.
No, 8 and 7 and 2.
Great. Okay, so then yeah, you were gonna be like, I'm gonna really embrace some failure on that. Douglas immediately does this thing where he buries his head in his arms as he's leaning, and he just kind of is like hiding his face basically, and just kind of shuffling to the side. It's the shame of being found out, but like just trying to like surrender to the idea like I'm not here. Like I'm not here. He's composing himself because he knows he's can't lie basically in this space. He hides his face. Lena takes a moment to look at you, nods, and just she just doesn't even like really like just lock eyes with you. She nods and goes to the young woman's thing and helps her file everything out, and it's all done. And the young lady goes home. She takes the file and puts it away. Then Douglas looks up again. He says, I wanted to I just wanted to ask I just want to ask a question.
So there is, I think if Penny were in her right mind, I think she would be much more compassionate towards Douglas and probably be firm but a bit more gentle and kind of talk it through with him, especially now that like the other patient is safe and gone. and but she's kind of strict now, and she's gonna just like impose what she thinks is best. So she's going to turn to Lena, and she's going to say, Lena, do I have any appointments in the next hour?
What day typically does Declan make his own appointments with Dr. Penny Potts? Today's Monday.
I think it would be just every, like, I think he'd probably do it like every third day, and we just see where they land.
Okay.
So
every
can
third
I
day?
roll
Oh, okay.
to see if it would
Yeah,
be...
you meet her every every 3 days?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So it'd be like
Sure.
the one week would be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we'd meet, Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday we'd meet,
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday they'd meet, like that kind of thing.
Sure, yeah. Do you guys
But
meet
yeah.
on weekends and everything like that?
I mean, I get the general gist, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
5
yeah.
day week.
Well, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say too. You guys are kindred. You can
Yeah.
hang out.
Oh,
You guys are allowed to hang out on the weekends.
If it is
Yeah.
also the 5-day week, you can
Yeah.
do like the 10.
I'm just asking
like,
if you're okay not
divided.
getting paid, or if you charge him for those special sessions.
No.
Go ahead and roll on that.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
if I'll do if it's a success, then I'll say it's today, and if it's a failure, then it's not. It's a 4, so not today.
It's not today.
Not
Not
today,
today.
bucko.
You don't have any other appointments.
Okay. So since I don't have any other appointments, I look back to Dougie and I say, I am actively making a choice to see you because I happen to have free time in my schedule, and I would like to assist you. Had I had another appointment today, you would have had to leave. Perhaps it would be best if we use this time working on strategies for how you will cope with future turmoil in a way that you know is available to you. If I'd had to turn you away right now, that would not end well for you. Like menace starts to creep into her voice.
If you bring Dougie into your office to speak with him, he will go with you there.
Yes, I think she directs him there. Before she goes, she turns around to Lena. He's out of earshot, and she goes, I'm very sorry. Are you all right?
I always am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you mind terribly sending another note to to his caseworker?
Yes.
please?
And she's going to write it down, be able to make the proper contact information for all that kind of stuff. They'll have it there. Yeah.
Fantastic.
You go
Thank
to-
you so much.
You go to meet with Dougie.
Cool.
Declan.
Yeah.
For yourself. You son of a gun. Right. Irish investigations. So, you have this moment for yourself where you've been awake pretty much all day. And you've been combing through research and doing all your kind of like due diligence and process to get yourself all prepped up and ready to go. What is it you are focusing on at this moment as night falls? The first thing.
I think first thing would be looking at, again, he had found the Aurora's antiques, checking to see hours, seeing if they'd be open like a little bit later, like if they are open till like earliest like a 7, but like, you know, some places depending on where they are can even be open up till 9. Figuring that out, seeing about going there to try and go after the one lead that he does have. And then also while doing that, I think he texts Cass and basically just like says like, I got a new, just letting you know, looking into a case, might have a job lined up. 2 missing young guys. If you happen to come across a Keith Martin or a Lewis Pearson in the hospitals at all, let me know. Here if you need to talk. If not, I'm here when you're ready. Send that off to her.
Okay.
And then I think if it seems like he could get to Aurora's Antiques while they're still open, then he would head there.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, not too late in the day. It is downtown, so it's going to be about like a nice 20-minute kind of drive through here, especially because it's like with early night times, you're kind of looking at like 6:30. That you're
he also
7.
he goes like to his very small closet with his very small amount of clothing, and he thinks back to Arnold's reaction when they were talking, and he actually looks at the stuff that he had bought with Penny when they had gone to the concert. Yeah. Because he had bought things to look more like a chauffeur. And so he takes the button-up black shirt that he had bought at Value Village and grabs the red tie. Puts on a pair of his brown corduroys, puts on his jacket. I think he'll even take the flat cap that he bought when he was with Tenny. Penny puts on the sunglasses.
Muscled up, black tight shirt.
Gets his stuff. Puts the trench on, fully kind of decked out, so to say.
Declan.
And then knowing two things: one, not knowing what's going to happen, and two, knowing how Canada is. He takes his gun, but before he puts his gun in his inner pocket of his trench, he puts a piece of cardstock. So that the shape of the gun is harder to make out in the leather.
Nice.
As conceal the weapon.
Shit. Okay.
Does that in the one, puts his wallet in the other one.
This guy's carrying 2 wallets on him.
And then
not his first rodeo.
And then grabs his flask, fills it up with one of the blood bags in his refrigerator. Shuts it, and then he's gonna head out and make his way, turn off his tape recorder, go to the car, turn on the next tape, and drive off.
Actually.
And actually, that is one of the ones that's on the list.
Oh, really?
So shipping off to Boston is one of the ones. So that
really?
That's what's playing.
He's shipping off.
Yeah.
Away, yo, boom! He drives off. You begin to go to Aurora's Antiques. It is it's kind of like going downtown. As you're driving downtown, I want to describe this a little bit because you live kind of like an essential area for Greenfield. You'd be able to get up onto Gateway Boulevard to get yourself going up, going through kind of where is it? It's like 97th Street or something. Turning on through, you begin to go past the legislature, driving up, and you get away from all kind of the main side thing of the river valley. And you get away from kind of the more what's it called, kitschy, get away from Jasper Ave spaces. You get into the big areas coming through main traffic. But then you start to go into in kind of the more cider road spaces, little hole in the wall slots. So it's strange because it's a more packed Edmonton, but it feels more distant. You just feel it's a sense of things are spreading out a little bit more, and it's easier to miss things. But you begin to drive for about 20 minutes, and then you are able to arrive at Aurora's Antiques. It's a shared it's kind of like a shared building where it's just you walk upstairs and you'd be able to get to the actual antique spot. It's shared with a small little niche clothing store. And so you are able to park your car. You find a paid parking spot, or you try to find free parking.
No, he would look for free because he doesn't have Apple Pay, and all of the current parking is card. They literally tape over the coin slots now. Yeah. So he's looking for he might even go down if there's a residential area nearby, He'll
Yeah.
go down, look, and be like, "Are we past the time?" Yeah, we're past the time.
Very simple wits drive check just for this. I just want to
Alright.
see, like, if you know the spots, you know all the good residential zone spots of, like, okay, find that sneaky one-way.
Wits.
Who doesn't?
Drive.
So I have to avoid
We'll see if
that.
Declan
Okay.
does or doesn't.
That is 4 successes.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
he
Yeah.
knows.
There's even a moment when you're driving in and, like, again, someone's about to, like, what is it called? Someone's pulling up away from their house or leaving to, like, go out on a Monday night, and you just slip right on in right there. Like, not even, like, a quarter block away. Like, you're good. So, yeah, you slip right on there, get up, and begin to walk to the antique shop. You open up the door, and it's kind of funny. This looks like kind of like an old office building that has been, like, claimed in this space. Aurora's Antiques is... It's nice. It looks like they got a couple of, like, vintage stuff, vintage dolls, not as big as, like, the antique mall. But, like, you could probably fit anywhere, like, between 6 or 7 different of those, like, tight kind of, like, spaces within. You'd be able to have a bunch of... be able to have a bunch of different showcases there. They got, like, antique dolls. They got, like, a couple of furniture pieces. All the kind of stuff, though, that you could carry upstairs well. There's one moment when you see straight up an old dark wood bench, and you're like, that was probably hell to bring up the stairs, because it is so wide. But you kind of begin to just kind of walk around the space.
How crowded is it? Like, is it just workers? Are there, like, people looking around at this time?
Very slow Monday night. Very slow. There's, like, one other person right now in the space who's just kind of looking at some old, like, gnomes, like lawn gnomes, like really weird, funky things, like somebody, you know, digging a shovel and a spade. Yeah, yeah, you know. Looking around, you can see that there's, like, one person who's got kind of, like, dark black hair slicked to the side, young boy, who's just kind of, like, they're reading a magazine, like an old Playboy, but, like, looking at the ads and kind of thing, like, within the actual thing of it, and then once they're done, they put it on the shelf of other old Playboys. Just like, just making sure it's good to sell again. Yes.
I think as that happens, clocking that there's, like, one other customer, someone who I'm assuming is probably, like, working here, like, like kind of after school, maybe like teenager, college age. I'm assuming
A college student looking at some gnomes. Yeah, I'll say.
No, I mean the boy.
Oh yeah, they're like in their 20s.
Yeah. So like college age, and then like the person looking at the gnomes.
Yeah.
I think that as I walk in, as the door closes, I'm going to activate heightened senses for my ears and listen for, as I'm going up, the heartbeats of both of them.
Okay. Both very, very patient, very slow. Like, the other person's would probably be like melancholic kind of thing.
Okay.
Slow resonancy of their own blood. Like, someone who's like, just working kind of a regular day job. The other person's like not too excited. They haven't found anything.
Yeah. I think then I'll walk up to the boy who I'm assuming works there.
Sure.
And just kind of, pardon me. I was wondering, is the owner in, or is there someone like manager or someone that's in that I would be able to speak to?
What was it that broke?
No. I'm actually I pull out the one wallet and kind of like quickly flip it out and then back in and go, I'm actually an investigator.
The person I'm just gonna roll 2 dice for the person who's shopping around. That one person kind of like just kind of looks over and sees you, just kind of looks, doesn't notice the badge flip that you put it back in.
Yeah.
Just kind of like looks, and he's like, something wrong?
I'm actually currently...
His heart starts to race a little bit.
I'm looking into a case. I'd rather... This is obviously a place of business. The reason I was asking is because I'd like to speak to the people. It's nothing to do with the business itself. It's just that I do know that this is basically I'm looking for someone, and this is one of their last known locations, and so I was wanting to speak to someone if there was someone that I was able to talk to.
Well, go ahead and make a composure. I'm gonna say persuasion check. Yeah. Difficulty 2 on this.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and higher is success, right?
Oh, yeah, 6 and higher, yeah.
Okay, so 4 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, no, sure. I mean, unfortunately, I can call them. The manager's not in right now. But
I'd really much appreciate that.
Sure.
Yes.
Beep, 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 beep.
I'm gonna take a look around while
Sure.
this is happening.
While you do that, just go ahead and make it a regular. I'm gonna say wits investigation check.
All right. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Jeez. The man's looking for something. He knows what he's looking for. You begin to walk around Aurora's Antiques with a 7 success? Fuck.
Yeah.
I
had 2 crit successes and
Find a
3
pot of gold.
regular.
I'm gonna let you know.
Is that an Irish joke?
Sweet.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you know there's a couple things you notice. First of all, you're coming here to look and see if there's any ties to like occult stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see much occult of anything here. This looks like just like a generic antique old stuff shop. There's one time when you see the one dude, like you again reaching out to the heartbeats. There's a moment where his heart goes boop, 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 as you feel he sees an old grandfather clock, and just immediately just like hides on his face, sees you, and just like is ecstatic, so excited. But like, there's
trying
nothing.
to play it cool so that like it's not like they're gonna be like, oh, it's more expensive actually.
Yeah, but it's also like, maybe this guy really wants his grandfather clock, and if I don't take it now, I'm really hoping he doesn't. You looking around the space, it doesn't really seem there's anything like it's a mundane, ordinary, like antique shop.
Yeah.
Couple exceptions. There are some metaphysical things. You know, there's some of like those like I forget the name of the stick, but there's a couple of special sticks that are put to the side that you could be burning. They're like $5 a piece. They're like for like kind of like little...
like incense sticks kind of.
No, not incense sticks. They're actually full little sticks.
Okay.
It's like I forget. It's a P word up.
Palo Santo?
Palo Santo sticks. Thank you
What
very much.
the
Yeah, it's like those
is
sticks.
Nice.
Not like great to have them, but it's like, you know, they're selling those. They got some.
Like,
They
you
got
got
like
almost
one singing bowl and all that. They got a couple like tarot decks, but it's just generic types. They're all they're for the same artwork but different manufacturers. You notice that there's a couple of like brochures and things, and they're like taped on top of a glass coverage, like a witch market. You see that there's like all this stuff. It's more like there's some an area for people, like if they wanted to, they could drop off a brochure and they tape it down and all that. You notice one that says witch healer on it. It's like a purple and green colored feature, and yeah, you just see that for yourself. You notice also there's a very interesting thing where this store doesn't sell like a lot of jewelry, like not a lot of bullion or any kind of metals and stuff, but you do see there is a section where there's a lot of like precious metals. There's a portion of this particular like showcase that's empty. Like bare, like the idea of like, oh, this should fill up a thing, but you're seeing like there's a little bit, like a piece of platinum, there's a little bit of a gold chain, but there's a big section that's just like gone. Everything else is just kind of mundane. The young man takes the man's money for the antique clock. He comes up to you on the phone. Hi, so my manager's on the phone. They were asking who exactly you're looking for, like
yes.
the description.
I'm gonna wait to see like does the guy leave?
Yeah,
like,
he's gone. He's got his
clock.
He's
I'll
happy.
kind of look at him and say, I'm sorry. Yes! I didn't want to affect any of the sales of the place. No, I'm actually I've been hired by a man to find his son, a young man named of Keith Martin. I actually pull out the wallet again, and behind where I had my business card, that's actually the thing I flipped. I have the picture, and I go, this young man here. If you were working,
I helped him.
Yeah.
He was with another.
Yes,
person
Lewis. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Aurora. Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, no, I think I can help.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's okay. I help him, right? Like I can talk to him about it? Okay. Yeah. She's wondering if you are like are you local like police?
I am. How's he gonna go with this? He is going to. He's just gonna be honest with the kid and go. I'm actually a hired private investigator.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
cool.
I was
so
hired by the father.
Okay. Yeah, he's like a PI. Yeah.
I can also.
Yeah, she's cool with it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
She's she's actually asking, do you have any like cool like gear or anything like that? Do you have any like old PI stuff like?
You know what? I'll look back at back in my place. I just kind of bring the normal stuff. But I'll definitely leave my business card with you to give to her.
Yeah, no, because she's like I think we got somebody who's coming in for some old like spy. Sorry, Aurora, hang up. We got some old like spy gear coming in, I think, and it's like I would love to know if authentic or anything like that.
I'll pull one of the my loose business cards and I'll hand it to him and go. Yeah, if you want to give that to your boss,
puts it in
do
slide of some business cards.
But yes, Keith and Lewis.
Yeah, no, they came in. Yeah, they came in a little while ago. There was I think it was a couple days or something. Mm-hmm. Just bought like a bunch of silver. Mm-hmm. That was it. Like
I noticed. I noticed this.
Oh yeah, they bought all of it. That was kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
They paid cash, which is interesting. But yeah,
they paid cash.
Yeah. Well, it was like.
Did they buy anything else, perhaps? Because
yeah. Well, it was like they paid cash, and then there was a moment where one of them came back. And he got like this kind of pin, and then he just used like a Apple Pay, like just paid with his phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
it was like they ran out of money or something. Like
do you have I guess 2 quick questions for you. Do you have any recollection of what the pin looked like?
I mean, yeah, it was like
I think as he's gonna talk,
it was like a little flowery thing. Like it was just this little like. It was like kind of like a brooch, I guess, or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It was like this like blue flowers, like
kind of blue flower
costume
brooch,
jewelry or something.
Kind of
but
thing.
Yeah, it looks like something like that.
And I guess the other thing, and I know that when you're here, and you're just trying to get your sales going and everything. Depending on how busy it was. Did they look at only the silver? Or were they looking around at anything else before purchasing?
I mean, they were just. I don't know. One of them was kind of like looking like weirdly at like the brooch for a bit. Like kind of was. I don't know.
Can you show me where the brooch was?
Sure. And he takes you over to like a little small costume jewelry kind of set on the wall. Just a lot of loose pieces of like scrap metal kind of thing. But they're like nice pieces. They're just kind of gaudy, big. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And they didn't say anything when they were here. Just bought the silver, kind of, and.
Yeah, it was kind of like they wanted to pay it with credit there, but I had to tell them we don't do credit for precious metals and everything like that. We can't do that. So they got cash, and then they paid with credit with the
brooch.
With the brooch, yeah.
All right.
It was like they ran back in, and then they were just like, get that. It was kind of quick, yeah.
I guess a final question for you, and this might be more of a question for your boss if she needs to call me back. Do you know if this building has any sort of like security system, any sort of like cameras or anything here?
Well, yeah, we got security cameras on the thing. We got it we can like show cameras like onto the actual showcases. We do that for like all the finer stuff. Yeah, we do that. We have it at the entry. There's also one that's like for the main building. We don't have access to that one, but it's like in for the main entrance.
Okay,
but Aurora has it, but
I think I'll just like quickly like pull out a little note and write down. I'm going to basically write down like Aurora is your boss. I'm assuming then, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
She owns,
all right. Perfect. So I'll write like on the thing, just be like Aurora, Investigator Lynch, my name is Investigator Lynch. Looking for possible access to your and the building cameras. Looking for missing. These are like 20-year-olds. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking for 2 young adult men missing. Any assistance would be greatly appreciated. Gave your employee my business card. Can call me there. And I'm just gonna, if you could give this to Aurora. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Just gonna kind of try and find these out. If I have any other questions, I'll come back again. She can call me.
Okay.
But yes, I appreciate your help very much. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna quickly go over to the little space with the brochures. I'm just gonna be. Are you alright if I write down the information for one of these, by the way?
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming they're taped on, so I don't want to just take something, but.
Yeah.
Just because it piqued my interest, I'm gonna write down the witch healer info from the brochure. And then I'm going to head out. And I think once I get back to my vehicle, I'm going to call Penny Potts, which might go to voicemail because if you're in a session. But yeah, I'm gonna call her. If it's a voice message, I can leave my message. But if not, then we can figure it out.
We will get to that. That's great to know. Just remind me of that in a bit. Gertie, I'm gonna go back to you for a quick second here, as you are currently in Beverly's personal room right now. She's got outfit on outfit on outfit, not her own personal clothes because she's a much bigger woman than you are, but of clothes left behind from some individuals who have stayed the night before. As she's currently doing that, Roman is currently looking at your shoes and kind of looking at sizes of shoes right now, and also kind of banging them, kind of looking at the actual structure and integrity of the shoes themselves. But yeah, Beverly's got a whole bunch of clothes out here right now, and she's like, okay, so honey, I'm sorry, we gotta do something about this.
I don't think I fucking do.
I think you do.
What the fuck are you getting? What is all this?
These, well, let's just say that they're wishful thinking on my own part. But until I can one day squeeze into a size 3, she just tosses that aside. She's just looking at it. We are going to try to make you look as bad and as badass as you possibly can for all of these stuck-up pieces of shit that are going to be at this, meeting.
If you keep putting up a piece of pink fucking fabric up to me, I'm gonna fucking stab you.
Hey, look, okay, so we're not gonna go with a crop top sweater top, okay, fine. Throws a crop top sweater in there.
Clearly.
Look, I'm just trying to make sure that you can actually look good and let everybody else know.
What the fuck is wrong with what I'm wearing?
Nothing if you are wanting to attract all the attention in the world to yourself and not the good kind of attention to us.
How much would this help Patty?
Honey, look, I know you love Patty. I know you love Patty so very much. Can you just think about yourself and think about how beautiful you are for a second, okay? Don't ask me what would Patty want me to dress in, because that's fucking weird in a lot of ways for me.
It's not fucking weird.
Yes, it is. Can you be like, Patty, how does mommy want me to dress? Come on.
No, don't fucking say that shit to me.
How does mommy want you to dress?
Say it one more time, I'll punch you in your fucking mouth.
See, okay, well fine. We'll put on something, and then you can punch me in the mouth later on, and we'll see if that's something that would look good.
You bastard.
Oh. Alright, so she lays out a whole spread towards you here, basically. She's got kind of like a lot of what she has features kind of punk aesthetic. Nothing that's necessarily too, how do I say this? You're a built person, correct?
Yeah.
Gertie's built.
She's thick built.
She's thick built.
But she, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a thick medium build.
Yeah, like a thick medium build.
Yeah.
Game respects game.
Yeah.
Essentially, what she has displayed here for you is a lot of clothes that are nondescript, but accentuate yourself, accentuate femininity, but also can be customizable to yourself. Mm-hmm. Not getting out of kind of the punk vibe, but being like for example, there's like this like leather jacket kind of thing that opens up with a button that if you were to put it together would basically like full cleavage press up. Like be a full push-up bra, but as a leather jacket kind of thing, or you wear it open. She's got other things that like have like, you know, single like what do they call just like tank top kind of stuff. She's got a few like long sleeve shirts, crop tops. She's got leather pants, jeans, like a scuffed jeans. She's like, so I think you'd look good in any one of these, but we got to think of something that's gonna be like, you know, like. Think like elitist douchebag sexy kind of thing. You know,
I'm not wearing a fucking dress or skirt.
I'm not asking you to wear a dress or a skirt. She takes the leather skirt and tosses it into the backspace. So look, we're just trying to find something that can work for you, all right?
What you put out is just less roughed up clothes than the ones I'm wearing. Don't look at me like that.
Well, okay, what were you gonna wear? What were you gonna do? Like, you show me. What were you gonna wear? And
Ta-da.
Go ahead and describe it. Go ahead and describe what you're gonna wear.
I just have leather pants on. I have my worn in boots that are literally like a little above my ankle that are also like leather, but they have like studs on them and they're strapped. And then I have my like it's like a black tank top, but it's like pretty like high neck, and then just my leather jacket, and I have my leather gloves, and then I have my bandana that kind of lays down. That usually today it's like a green and black, but it's all like worn in.
She's Liz. Okay. What this says to me is, don't touch me, I'm dangerous.
That's the fucking point.
Honey, do you fucking know vampires? Like, you've been with us.
I'm pretty much fucking look at them daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you look at me,
Yeah.
what is my whole thing?
A whore? What? You wanted me to know. Look at them. You have trophies.
She's got like a torn up jean jacket, crop top, tank top, and like ripped up pants, and she just goes,
You have trophies.
Wow.
I'm not saying you're not an empowdered whore. You're just...
Interesting.
I do love you, though.
Oh, well, I love you too, and
Yeah.
I could tell you how much I'll do sometime.
Yeah.
But
that would not...
this
is
isn't
that the
whore
answer?
mentality, okay?
Is it?
No.
Yeah.
They're not paying me for the night. I'm paying them to leave. That's what's fucking happening.
That's valid.
That's what's
valid. I never said that you were a hooker.
Can I talk?
Saying.
You called me a whore. Now it's my turn to say what I am. So
sorry.
There's no more
you go,
confusion.
You go empowered woman.
So what I go for is not don't touch me, I'm dangerous. Mine is touch me, I'm dangerous.
Whore, yeah.
Okay.
In the best way possible. You're very...
Go ahead and just make me a charisma
saving throw.
I want to say streetwise or etiquette. I'm going to say etiquette.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Because I love her. It's just saying, you know, like...
No, do streetwise for this.
Thank God.
She loves you too.
Yeah, I'm just like...
Go on.
You know my etiquette.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, wow. One success and one skull.
Fantastic. One skull?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, no. That's just...
Can I... You're going to use willpower? I do want to
re-roll those two purples.
Did you replenish your other willpowers from before?
Yes. One second.
Good,
Hold
good,
on. This one's getting away from me. I don't know if that's a good thing or
3
bad.
that are not the hunger die? Yeah.
Yeah, exact same.
So...
Exact same.
So...
Why? I should have chose different dice.
Why
do you guys get the good rolls? I don't like this shit anymore.
Why? Why?
She's calling a friend a whore.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Why do you guys get good rolls?
I didn't fuck. Can I just be like, okay, can I like take, like, can I just look at it and be like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say like a whore. I should just say like a sexy woman.
She's gonna.
A very
straight up
sexy,
interchangeable.
sexy empowered woman.
She's gonna straight up like You take
That's
deserve-
one in the back.
you take a
Yes.
point of superficial damage.
I'm gonna say deserved.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, choke on that.
Yeah,
Choke on your
deserved.
words and on that.
Deserved. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You gonna
Yeah.
let me help you?
Yes.
You fucking bitch.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I look at you, God, that was fucking painful. When I look at you, I see
Roman's just sitting watching this now. He's not looking at shoes
a-
for shit.
a beautiful, sexy, empowered,
I know that.
cool.
And that's why I dress this way.
Yeah.
And now I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to have everyone else
Can
think the
vampires
same way.
see themselves in mirrors in this game?
So, fun fact about that, and I learned this from a
I
friend
just
of mine.
wanna know.
Vampires can see themselves in mirrors because you
Oh.
can see yourselves on phones. You can do that. What they can't see in terms of mirrors is anything with a silver-backed lining.
That's what all the old mirrors were.
They were silver-backed. So anything that is unless there's silver in your cell phones, you're good. So yeah, so that's the thing. Any kind of silver backing, you could not see yourself. That's rumored though. Nobody's really seen that ever really for themselves. Like how many silver mirrors are there in Edmonton?
Antique stores.
7.
You didn't see shit. You didn't see shit in Aurora's. Yeah.
Maybe the guy who's buying a clock because he like looked and he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
He was like, no one's in the store. Ah!
There's
Yeah.
someone in the fuck.
Yeah. So you immediately you have her basically like looking at this space for you to be able to like actually like help you with this. But now she's being more forceful. Now she's like saying, this is no longer a negotiation. We're gonna get you a look. So she basically goes and like takes your leather jacket off. Just to kind of present you as like, now
My shoulders.
put something else on. What's the first thing you grab to cover yourself with? The black I don't mind. What else do you grab?
I hover towards another black leather jacket. Looks exactly the same as mine.
Nope.
I put my hand towards another black leather jacket, but it's cropped. And I
Okay.
grab that one and I try it on.
See? You try it on. It's a little weird because you got the tank top that like goes all the way down, like covers yourself, and then you
Yeah.
got the crop. You're not showing anything, so it's just kind of like, okay,
I'm like, okay.
cool.
'Kay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'd change the shirt though, but I'm baby steps. So okay, let's see now.
there's like a grease stain on my tank top from work, and I'm just like,
I saw that.
it's just like, man, I'm just like,
Roman just looks at you and just says,
yeah, valid. Okay. What?
he actually goes over and he grabs a like a tie-dye kind of like not a full sleeve kind of thing, but like an up sleeve on the shoulders. Tosses that to you.
Am I a fucking hippie? I'll try it on.
He just
Sorry.
goes peace.
Me? I try it on.
It's colorful.
I take it off.
Yeah.
Be like, I did it because I didn't want to get punched again.
She
One of the few times Gertie's actually scared.
Beverly keeps trying to present you with these different things to try and change up the look for yourself to create this kind of like as visually kind of like like she wants to help you as best she can, but you can see, go ahead and make an insight check, like a wits insight check.
What's she? Grab one of these because those other ones fucking sucked. That's a oh fuck, what is it called when it's just 2 successes. Never mind. It doesn't really mean anything. I thought it was. Anyways, I got 110 technically.
Yeah, but there wasn't.
Yeah.
No
For a
double
second,
up
I
on it.
thought, yeah. You know, we're good. We're cool. We're chilling.
Basically, like Beverly's trying out really hard right now for you. It's weird. She's never been this hands-on with like a lot of your own look. Roman, you can clearly read something. He's not just looking at shoes for you. He's looking at what these shoes can do. He looked at in your bag, he looks at the knives that you got, which are like these like combat knives, basically. He looks at a particular shoe. Looks at the back end. He clicks it, opens it up, basically, kind of like clears it and removes like some stuff that like the actual sole of it, and he gets a straight razor that he puts in the heel of it, of these boots, or they're like light boots kind of thing, but they're mainly a shoe. He seals it and makes sure it's locked and closed, and then he presents it to you and shows it to you, and he basically just says, if you are ever in a place where you need to remove this and you get in a hot spot, use a smaller blade. Don't use the big ones for yourself, sister. He hands the shoes over to you.
Appreciate it. And I'm just like, I look at Bev. This style right here. Do you see these shoes? They have blades in them.
She looks at you and goes, okay. She goes over, and what she then grabs is a full black outfit, a fresh black tank that is a little bit more, what is it called? And she grabs that, and also a push-up bra for yourself. Mm-hmm. She brings this out. She also grabs not a black leather jacket, but like a black, like deep V blazer kind of thing. And also a pair, like essentially this thing like goes down, and it's got like kind of like interior pockets on the inside. And she also gets a pair of like kind of striped gray and black pants that can go with it as well.
Kind of like almost acid washed, or
it's more like the lines of the
like
pants, like
pinstripe.
kind of a gray, like pinstripe kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, she says, "Ain't nothing wrong with business casual."
Can I change it out for the leather jacket and call it a day?
If you're in the space, like if you're in that place, I'd say no. I don't want to tell you no, but like,
fine.
I'm just trying to help.
I'll try it on.
You see, as she kind of smiles, she kind of helps like get you all set, and Beverly says to you for a moment, she's like, "That was a very big thing that you did. Like I was gonna be willing to like help, like and go with you to this place, to Elysium. Because I wanted to take care of you, and I don't think we'll ever get to hang out."
Yeah, I don't really hang out much with the people around here.
Well, we might get a lot of times to hang out after this.
You know what? Yeah, not too bad. As an empowered woman. Yeah.
Two whores standing around here.
Yeah, and you come around.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, three whores. Here you go, Roman. Roman just like...
Ah, soy más
What can I say?
uno, dos, tres.
Yeah.
What can I say? But I'm just like, wear this
gives
outfit.
a
And I'm like,
weird grimace smile kind of thing.
can I just make one? If I'm wearing the blazer, can I at least change the slacks to black? Or is that too much black? I can't believe I'm asking a fashion question.
I don't have this much black. You're gonna have to get your own pants if that's the situation.
Got my own pants. I got my. I already did, as I point to the black, ripped and greasy and destroyed pants.
Fresher pants. Go shopping for pants. They got pants stores or something.
I have to go shopping for pants.
Well, what about that guy who's like, you're gonna be taking you to Elysium? Get him to take you to a pants store. If he can take you to Elysium, he can certainly take you to a pants store.
Going to Elysium, I'm not gonna like.
I don't know if you're intentionally saying it wrong. First you said it was at a Walmart, and now...
is at a
It
Walmart.
doesn't sound like it's at a Walmart.
The fucking business card takes you to Walmart.
That's a second spot to take you then.
And the other one's like an asylum because they're all fucking nuts there. What else are we supposed to do with that information? They fucking work.
Elysium.
Elysium.
Get this guy to take you to get pants.
I'm going with the Ellis Island.
My pants aren't good for you. Get your own pants.
They're not that they're good for me. It's just they're not my
I'm
style.
going.
I appreciate. I just want to say I
Just
appreciate.
go. That's all I got. I'll put this all away.
And I
Put
still
away.
wear the tank top and the blazer, but I'm still wearing the pants as I'm walking out because I don't want to I'll be like I'll return the pants. I don't want to walk out like. Don't want to.
No, I get you.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't
You
want to
be walking Buck out in the way. You know.
Yeah, and I don't want to
Yeah.
wear my other jeans because they might.
It's not
actually
that.
dirty.
It's Monday. You gotta save that shit for Saturday.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyways, and I just like do this, and I'm like, put my hand on the shoulder. You alright?
Come here.
Okay.
And she just gives you a big old hug. Yeah. Roman just pats you on the back, opens up the door. Yeah.
Okay. You got thank you. Yeah,
You're
that's the
welcome.
word. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I'll buy you a drink sometime or something.
We don't have a bar anymore.
I said sometime, not now. What can I say?
She just goes, we all know it's mommy's money.
Better not be all her money though. I'm gonna be working a lot of hours to fix what the fuck just happened. Unless it wasn't the Vipers, then
That's a good
You're
catch.
off.
and it's a good catch and I'm off the hook. What can I
We'll see,
say?
we'll see.
But if it is actually them, I'm fucking screwed. I'm gonna
be
be
fucked. Yeah.
yeah. They're gonna get me to rebuild
see
that
if
bar
you're gonna
real quick.
fucking
Yeah,
find
well,
out.
yeah. But we're gonna find out real quick.
We'll
Also,
find out.
is she still in her office? Do we know?
Oh, nobody's really looked on Patty. You haven't checked on her.
I'm gonna be like, just like tell him like, see ya, as I have my armful of stuff, and I just think to myself, I'm like, I gotta talk to her before I leave, before I make any phone calls, the whole 9 yards. Actually, no, pause. I'm actually going to I'm going to call Declan first because I need information before I go talk to Petty because I can't go in there and be like, I still don't know if this is actually a go, even though I just humiliated you in front of everyone.
Fantastic.
So-
Declan, you're about to make a phone call.
This circle.
Hello?
Hey, Declan, as I'm struggling to get like the key to my room. Fuck this shit.
Just got like pant clothes
Yeah,
that aren't
I'm
yours
just, like-
that are so uncomfortable.
I'm just gonna drop it and you just. Anyways, sorry. Hey, so I got I guess what they call a proposition. Yeah, proposition for you. Open my
Right.
door. So you know that asylum, that place.
Elysium, yes.
Yeah, with that Leo fucker. My group and I kind of had, and I like kicked my clothes in. I closed the door. My group and I, we're having a discussion, and they actually, they want me to take in the invitation, which, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to take any of my people for, reasons. But they were worried because all vampiric vehicles are marked and registered by the government. Got a quick question. Is your vehicle marked by the, not the government, the Masquerade people, whatever?
Did you take a moment to look at my vehicle when I was parked over in your place?
A little bit.
Did you not see that it has a Massachusetts license plate? It's not marked with your government at all.
Yeah, that makes fucking sense. Yeah, that's why out of the group, I told them I think I know a guy, and I was 99%.
Are you looking for a ride to take you to Elysium?
Yeah, and I was wondering if you could bring your dog chick, cause talking to her a couple of times, she seems like she knows some things and she's seen some things. I don't know, but you know.
So basically, you want me to call my therapist?
Yeah, that chick.
And ask if she can come with me
Yeah.
to pick you up.
Yeah.
To take you to, from what I understand, a hotspot of Camry activity in Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can talk to a guy who basically threatened you and all the people that you're living with, your entire collar gang, because they decided that's what you need to do.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
I'll get back to you. I'm gonna call Penny and see what she says about all this shite.
For sure, man. Just Me? Bastard. Click.
I'm also gonna look at the number and I'm going to go into my contacts and save it as Bike Chick.
I'm saved under the phone.
Hey,
I'm the third save, right? Because you have your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter, Dr. Potts, which is literally Dr. Potts is the name it's under, and now Bike Chick.
Yes.
And
Under
the
the
big
phone.
3, baby. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
You're gonna call Dr. Potts.
Yeah.
So, what I will just say for you,
Yes.
Sami, you are welcome if you would want to be able to work through this process.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is that the process with Dougie it usually is a rough one. I will summarize essentially what he just kind of brings to you, which is a lot of like he's right now not in his own mind. He is functional, but like he is someone who is currently like drunk presently because he has been rejected again by his ex-wife. Someone and it's like he keeps trying to make contact, keeps trying to press it. So what I will say is just off initial, go ahead and just make an intelligence and insight check.
Perfect. Intelligence is 3.
Or and again, because we do this, you can do a medicine check if you want to do the diagnosis kind of situation.
Let's do medicine diagnostics, because then I get to roll 7 dice.
Nice. Roll them dice.
7. Okay.
Or is it diagnostics? Is that what you have, or what is it?
Yeah, medicine diagnostics.
And what is that, just for my brain, because I'm
Their specialty.
Yeah, diagnostics is the specialty, and diagnostics is basically like performing assessments.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah.
Diagnosing.
Yeah, I was just like, that sounds like the word I think I know. My brain was like, wait a minute. What's up?
Remember, you can use a willpower to re-roll it.
Oh, no.
Except on a hunger dice.
Yeah.
In which I actually got a 1 this time. I got 1 and then 10 and then 1 on this hunger die. But then, with the other die, I got 3 9s and a 7. So I got 4 successes, but 1 critical fail.
Okay, I mean, it's not hard to do this. It's just a simple thing of like, Jesus Christ. If you want to embrace that fact of a 1, you're welcome to. You don't have to, because 4 is plenty.
I think I will slightly embrace it, if that's okay. I'm thinking that, like, Penny knows enough to know that you cannot do therapy with someone who is intoxicated. Like, that's just, I mean, me, Sami, personally, I don't know if that's a thing in therapy. I assume it would not be. I assume that it would, like, you can't do, like, inner child work with someone who is, like, smashed out of their mind.
Yeah.
See, I have a session coming up on Thursday. I'll let you know.
Perfect. Make this homework.
Yes. Research.
Yes.
So I think that's how I'll play in the diagnostics, is that, like, she knows enough to know that she cannot help this person in this moment. But I do want to honor the obsession, so I, like, the Bane obsession. So I think the way it manifests is, like, she gets very attached to this idea of, like, an action plan for what he is to do next time this happens, and he feels the impulse to get drunk and come to Penny's office. I think she just gets very focused on that, and he's like, maybe like talking about, oh, but like I'm so hurt and I'm so sad and like why would you do? And I think she just like shuts him down consistently.
What was the thing? What was the thing that you had embraced before that gives you a -2 penalty to what was it? What was it again?
Yeah.
Because I remember you embraced your bane, and it wasn't your compulsion you embraced, but you really decided to embrace the bane of it. What was that? Anders?
Yeah, so the clan bane for Toreador is obsession, and then the like subsection is peaceful mind. So the obsession bane is a -2 to anything you're not currently obsessed with when the bane is activated.
I believe these are the compulsions. Let me just double check 100%. Just because, again, I want to make sure I'm correct on that. Because if it's the bane, it's a little bit of a different severity with it.
Okay.
But that being said, let me just double check on that.
Gotcha.
So it is a compulsion.
Okay.
Yeah, so the compulsion is basically like, what is it called? It's like inherent defects, release valves, or part of some of the ancient working of the actual vampires. The bane of this, and I just want to find this because I looked it up again, is they desire beauty so intensely that they suffer from its absence, while your character finds itself in less than beautiful surroundings. So this is a situation where it's like, you were stacking up the compulsion before. If you decide to embrace a secondary failure here, this would... I love the idea of you actually embracing your bane. And it's -2 for any die that's not focused in on it.
Yeah, so like if someone were to attack during this moment, like I would get -2 to like...
Because you're just not cognizant of that. You're focused only on Dougie.
Yeah, literally anything outside.
Got it.
Like fixing this.
So
yeah,
what I will say is you do get a buzz on a phone. You just don't hear it on the initial buzz.
Perfect.
You are locked in on Dougie, and what he's basically going through, and I'll say this with that process, he's just like crying, but it's just like, it's like he's crying because he's just like, she just like, I was like, I said I wasn't trying to call you before. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just wanted her to tell me what had happened. I asked her to tell me. I asked her to tell me what had happened. Like why she wasn't talking to me over the weekend. I asked her, and she just didn't want to talk about it. I was like, well, why? I can't talk with you then. And she just kept saying that I wasn't listening, and I was like, I'm listening to you, and you're not saying anything. That's I'm trying to talk to you. You're not listening to me. So it's like, what am I supposed to listen to at that point? You're basically getting a person at this moment who is... He's hyper fixated on a single event without forward traction motion. Like, it's the thing that has carried him over. Like, you think he was even drinking beforehand in that entire moment. It's not like, oh, this is the thing that opened him up. Like, he was already in a space where he was just already caught, and it was just another thing to fuel him. You know that he did have... But it's like, because this is a big fixation, that he then made it an intention to come here then. So it was like, he's of a mind, but it's like he's of a mind of familiar places. Gotcha. If I'm going in problems with my ex-wife, I'm gonna go here. If I go here, then I gotta go over to see the doc. If I gotta see the doc, I gotta go here next. Like, he's going on a journeyman's walk of all the familiar stops, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you get that kind of vibe where he's just ranting and whining about like all the things his ex-wife is just not wanting to communicate to him and not able to communicate to him.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll a dice because I, as the player, am conflicted about what would be more fun to do. I've got an idea that could be very like cruel and cutting.
Ooh. And
Penny might just go there in this space. It's kind of like a harsh truth. And then there's like the responsible... You know what, actually, I think I'm just going to go with the cutting thing because I feel like that'd be more fun.
Get it.
Okay.
And she's... And playing into that bane of like right now, she is going to say or do anything to restore order and like stop this like disturbance to the beauty around her.
Yeah.
And she knows that she can't get through to him and get him to do any of the like self-compassion stuff that she usually tries to approach him with. So she says, Douglas, do you know what entitlement is?
Finish.
Fatality.
He
Flawless victory.
he goes,
When children grow up in environments where their needs and wants are not seen, heard, attuned to, or understood by the people around them, sometimes we develop a coping mechanism, and it's called entitlement. It's basically an inflated sense of need. And we prioritize our needs or our wants over other people's safety, comfort, requests, boundaries. Does any of that seem like it might befit your current situation?
roll 4 dice.
Oh. Also, thank you for being in this very tense space with me. It's very fun.
Hey, we're here for you.
I'm like, yeah, get him, cutthroat.
Throat punch.
He is genuinely shaken.
Oh, yes, get him.
Like he's like there's. I
He's
had
starting
this.
to sober up a little bit.
I had this experience one time where it was like someone like clocked in. I was like, what? And you
I love the tea.
you see that he wants to push back, but he can't because he's never had a human being speak to him in this intense moment. And I will say to you, well, I'm going to ask you to give you permission if you keep going. He is a stalker.
Mm-hmm.
Have you made it so that you know that he is intentionally a stalker that you hold on to for this very reason? Because you know you can keep him here and get this kind of thing for him. I'm asking you if like this is an intentional flaw that you've had for yourself and cultivated.
I think when I first took the flaw during character creation, it was more about the threat of her being discovered for what she is by a client sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Penny, the character, has intentionally encouraged stalking behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more playing into the idea also of like one day like Sebastian might find her again.
Mm-hmm.
Like and
Mm-hmm.
just sort of like I was like, this might be a fun like character thing to like trigger like greater like terror within her. So I don't think Penny like she knows that Dougie can get very obsessive and very fixated. Like she knows this about him, and I think she has really tried to like genuinely put up solid boundaries with him. Yeah.
You can continue if you want.
I think she notices that shift in him and the like, and she says, when we treat people in a way that they find violating or overbearing, it makes sense that they would not want to speak to us or give us what we want. If you want an answer for why she won't speak to you, I would encourage you to reflect on the way that your choices and your actions are making her feel unsafe and pushing her away.
And you hear a on your phone behind you as you can see Declan's giving you a call.
I think Penny has like a moment of slight panic as she comes back to reality. She hears the phone. Her therapist training kicks back in and is like, oh, I may have done some damage here. Because, you know, with therapy, like, you're not supposed to I mean, as my understanding, you don't just come out and tell people like, this is your problem and this is what's wrong with you. It's
You're the problem.
exactly like you don't engage in the blaming and shaming. Like there is like gentle accountability, but usually you don't just want to tell someone like, here's what's wrong with you. You like try to you let them come to their own because then they actually feel ownership. Anyways,
I'm begging Ramon.
Yeah. So she kind of has like a moment of like, oh shit, I was a bad therapist, and then the phone, and I think she is like, excuse me, Douglas, I must check who that is. As you remember, you dropped in on me very unexpectedly. Are you safe to remain here while I check my phone?
Yeah. He kind of gets up. Yeah. Just kind of like looks around a little bit.
When I return, I will bring a glass of water with me for you. Please have a seat. And she goes, and she might have like already like fully missed the call, but she's intending to just get out of that
There's
office.
another call basically coming on. Yeah. But yeah. So this is the second one you've like kind of called, haven't gotten a response back. The one thing I will let you know is that when you're doing this, you do notice as you're looking away to make a phone call, he opens the door and walks out.
Oh, dip. Okay. She knows Lena knows how to handle themselves, so she looks at the phone and she makes a choice and she chooses the phone.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back in just a second to see how this all goes. See you guys in a little second. Yeah.
Ready, you guys?
Sorry, I had a mouthful of popcorn. I ruined it.
No, you did great.
No, you ruined it.
Should we
Glad.
redo it again?
No, don't do it again.
Start from the top.
No, it's
Make
fine.
it bop.
No, I
That's
can't. It's fine.
From the
So
top.
I'm gonna do the thing that
That's
I'm getting used to, which is owning up to my mistakes. Thank you, Kordell, for pointing out the fact of I forgot 2 sessions in that I'd said they stole the credit card from the Pearsons.
What?
But then my infinite wisdom of remembering how antiques work and precious metals, because I worked in antiques for almost a year. You do not accept credit cards when it comes to precious metals because there's an honest-to-goodness currency balance. To offset this difference, I'm just going to simply say that the paying on the phone thing still works. And I will say then that what they can do is they can cross-index it where that would be like still a major like mistake on Kyle's part or Keith's part. God, I can't remember anybody's name. With Keith. Because with Keith, he would have paid his own phone with his own credit card. They could track that. However, they did take the bank card of the family to get the cash withdrawal in order to pay for the same silver amount, which was still the same amount that they got. It was a lot of silver that they had. And basically just being able to drop all that cash there. So that was how they tracked it. They saw a bank withdrawal. They saw that it was done, but the way that they got to Aurora's Antiques was because Keith had paid with his own, Apple Pay, basically. Yes.
Retconned.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's good.
It works.
And that is great. I was going to be like, what do I give you in return for that? And I was just like, clarity of the story.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Yes, we go back. Dr. Potts. You are now boop 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 boop
Ring ring.
calling up. Oh, and please please roll a rouse check for Blush of Life because you are using your phones.
Oh yes.
Yours though is not an old thing. It's an old dial-up, right? Like you don't have a.
No, I would have to
That's
do
right,
it too.
That's right. Thank you. This is just one of the cool, crazy things about this game that I didn't realize. You're right.
I got 6.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the Blush of Life.
Because I
comes to
have
you.
an iPhone 7,
That's
but
right.
it's still an
iPhone
iPhone.
7. That's what I upgraded from recently.
Me too, actually.
Love you, phone. I'm talking to the phone, not the audience. even weirder.
Unless there's
I
an
love
audience
I
member
love
named
you, phone. Love you.
You are my possession. Dungeon Daddy loves you.
Want to become one of his children?
Stop
His
it!
dungeon children?
No!
We have lovely sessions here. I love to play them.
We're gonna get a murder pit.
Yay!
Yay!
Because Dungeon Daddy loves us, and he can love you too.
For the wonderful price of $60 for a 3-hour session. Because
You
this
can
is
have-
a professional business.
You can have your very own dungeon. Daddy.
Stop it!
With your own provided
Stop
snacks,
it!
because he feeds his kids sometimes.
Stop it! What he has to.
Now with kung fu chopping action.
Ta!
I will accept that.
And for 3 easy payments of $30.
No. I don't
No.
want to know.
It's actually $90 now.
I don't want to know what you're gonna finish that. You call the phone.
Yes. So she dials, then she calls back Kordell, and she's regaining her composure, and it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
you call it Kordell. Yeah, fantastic.
Ring-a-ding.
Hello?
"Hello, Kordell. I'm so sorry I missed your earlier call. I was in a session with a client. Is everything all right?"
Kind of figured that you were in some sort of session or something. 2 quick questions for you.
Mhm.
Number 1, how much do you know about the werewolf problem that would be around the city, the outside areas? I currently looking into a case. 2 young men bought just a fuck ton of silver. And that's the main thing that I can think of that would need that much silver. So yeah, you're kind of a fount of knowledge, so I was like, maybe I could see what you know. Second, how would you feel about going to the center of Camarilla territory, checking out Elysium with me and the Gertie, the bike girl?
Why? Sorry. To answer your first question,
Yeah.
I don't know much about the werewolf situation. I imagine it would not be werewolves purchasing silver.
Oh, probably not. No.
I imagine it would be maybe a sect of hunters,
Okay.
vampire hunters, or werewolf hunters, or supernatural
Hunters.
Van Helsing-y types.
Yeah.
In general.
Can I do an insight check on this phone call?
Sure. Go ahead and. You know what? I'm just gonna say there's gonna be a wits. Do I do the technology thing because it's through the phone? No, I'll do insight. Go ahead and do wits insight.
3 successes.
Sure. I mean, you can if you want to try to like cover up yourself and do some subterfuge, you're welcome. I would mainly just say that there's only one thing I would basically add to this because it's through a phone. But you let me know if you do want to add subterfuge to kind of hide yourself.
I don't think she feels terribly guarded around Declan, and I feel like she's kind of doesn't try to hide things from Declan because it's like he's gonna find out.
Sure.
He found out like her entire like identity and everything. So she's kind of like she doesn't have anything to gain from like lying or concealing.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
The only thing I was gonna say is that you've met with her on most of her like latest night sessions. You're like her last call of the night. She's definitely sounding rattled in a way that it doesn't sound as if she. How do I say this? It doesn't sound like as if she has been rattled herself. It seems like she was the one doing the rattling.
Okay.
Like you detect a strain in her voice of like this muscle has not been used in a long time and it has been exercised.
Yeah. Okay.
So unfortunately, I can't tell you any more about werewolves and the hunters. But Elysium, that's quite dangerous. I Gertie, why would you need to go there? For what point and purpose?
So, if you remember the last time that, I think it was literally earlier today, I called you, or maybe yesterday, weird guy, Leo, popped up at the bar.
Okay.
Apparently he gave Gertie like a little business card that was basically an invitation to Elysium, wanting to talk to her. Gertie called me 5 minutes ago, basically to say, hey, I talked to Patty, I think is the name of the woman who runs it, and the crew, I guess, and they wanted to go and help her, and she said, no, it's too dangerous for you, and then decided, I know 2 other people that I can put in danger instead, which is us, because I have a car that's not registered with the Canadian government at all.
Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is basically fully, protective for our kind. And the reason that I'm actually thinking of going is because if I'm looking at this investigation that I'm currently working on, and if it's something to do with werewolves, might be a good spot for me to get more information about that. Possibly also with this Leo guy being connected to this, whatever that kid said about the new earners when we went to V's concert.
Right.
Basically just kind of like, there's a lot of loose ends, and I don't like loose ends, and this is a spot that I think could work. But she specifically asked for both of us, and I mean strength in numbers. I know how to read people. I know my way around certain things like guns and vehicles. You're intelligent and can read people better than I can. And, if we take the battering ram that is Gertie up there, then might actually be able to get a bit of information. But if you think it's too dangerous, if you're not up for it, completely understandable. It is dangerous, like you said. Just wanted to call you before I gave her an answer.
Penny remembers that she wants to make friends. I just want to mention that for like any game master. And she's like, her initial instinct is no, too dangerous, and then she's like, but you might make a friend, like a vampire friend.
It'd be hilarious if she wasn't
friend
about
for
either
all
of us.
time.
She's like, I'm gonna make a friend at the Camarilla. not the 2 of us. Just like, no, those
She's
two.
like,
Fuck those
yeah,
2.
maybe
They're my
they're-
clients.
maybe
No, they're too gone. They're too far gone.
Some right fucked person.
Maybe Leonidas.
Yeah, you know what? He may be a little fucked in the head, but he might have, some good
Ooh.
points.
What did he lose? Is he tall, dark hair,
He's short, bald,
With a
and
beard?
fat.
We all know that's not true. He's fucking hacked. And I'm over here like, fuck you. You're not Patty. You don't got boobs.
Okay. So she sort of takes a moment and she goes, yes, no, it is dangerous, very dangerous. Like you said, heart of Camarilla territory. I think you're right. Safety in numbers is incredibly important. I will just say, Elysium is a place where I've only been a few times before. When I went there, it was to get a boon. I have several warding runes in my home for protection. I got those from a caitiff, Thin Blood, who could do, the Thin Blood alchemy. So if you are looking for warding runes for Cass, you might be able to find that there as well. However, boons are taken very, very seriously, and you often have to do other favors in order to earn these boons. It sounds like this Leonidas fellow, and she's sort of like, sexy Leonidas, question mark. This Leonidas fellow might be seeking a boon from Gertie, or vice versa. It's if the Camarilla takes interest in a vampire on the fringes, there's more to it than that. So it will be dangerous.
No,
and
exactly.
absolutely, I should go. I should absolutely go with you together, all of us.
All right. Yeah, no, perfect. I think that's good, especially seems like you know what you're talking about. You know a lot about this. And I think with Gertie, it's, to be honest, there's a part of me, I think this might be the father in me, who looks at someone like Gertie and sees, you know, technically, even though she's a full adult, I see a kind of vulnerable person who could be taken advantage of by a conventionally attractive man, who's trying to, you know, manipulate her in ways that might turn her into something she doesn't want to be. And I'm also fully, by the way, knowing that I know her entire past, trying to be like, hey, make sure you're not caught up like you were before.
Valid.
But not saying it is directly. But yeah, I think that's probably best, you know, because we don't know the intentions of this Leonidas person. Probably best that we make sure that he doesn't, you know, take advantage of someone and make them into something that they're not.
Do you want to auto-succeed on reading that? Because you
Um,
are also very insightful, correct?
I am quite insightful.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just roll one dice and be like,
Sure!
Yes or
even-
no?
Yeah, even some picking up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still a little rattled from what just happened, you know? Like,
Oh, it's odds. I don't pick up on it at all.
That's even
yeah.
better.
She's,
Yeah.
you know, deflection is.
I love being like, do you want to succeed? And people are like, no. Then they fail. And then I'm like, hooray!
Failure is funny.
And it's
To
fun.
err is to human.
To err is to human.
Yeah.
So.
All right, cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, I will. I think then I'll start heading to your house and pick you up from there. Office. Where do you want me to pick you up from?
Office would be. Are we tonight or right now?
I mean, at least I think. I don't know how this thing works, but I feel like Gertie's kind of a weirdo and would want to introduce us to her mom before we head out.
Yeah, she said she didn't want to involve any of the other individuals.
Mhm.
Are they all vampires?
When I went there, it seemed like maybe 50% at absolute most.
Okay, because I was there with Colin, Tanner's
Yeah.
father.
Yeah.
So I was with. I wasn't really paying attention. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
I definitely didn't hear some heartbeats and did hear some heartbeats, so it's a mix.
All right.
Yeah.
No, understand. You have a very good point.
Mhm.
Well, I have seen my last client of the day. So I will remain here and I will finish up that paperwork and I will watch for your phone call.
All right, perfect. See
You
you
pick that up.
later.
Yeah, that last client thing, you picked that up.
Yeah.
Great. You hang up the phone. You are able to go. Lena comes in to check on you to make sure that you're okay. She says, so, Douglas left, or Mr. Torn left. He didn't say anything leaving. Was everything all right?
Lena, I believe you and I may need to add some more information to the note that we'll be sending his caseworker.
All right. Okay.
Yes, I perhaps acted unprofessionally.
Oh.
In a manner, as you know, as a student, you know, our goal is to assist people come to their own conclusions and their own self-realizations, and it is not our job to shame individuals or spell out their flaws directly before them. It's jarring to the system and shaming, and unfortunately I lost my cool.
Dr. Potts, is it rude of me to say, like, he seemed like the type to, or that does sound bad. Is it like I definitely don't fault you in having that. That's, I mean, he didn't have an appointment. He was just coming in. I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. What did you say? Like, exactly.
I educated him on the finer points of entitlement and the development of entitlement, and respecting other people's boundaries. I think it would just be prudent to add a note to the file, in case Mr. Thorne would like to have a different therapist assisting him in his recovery from this point onward. It speaks more to our integrity if we bring it forward first, and also that it be on the record. As I think I know where he might be off to next. However, I believe I have introduced a shock to the system which might disrupt that, and if anything more untoward if you were to take any actions, irreversible actions tonight, there should be a record of the cause.
All right. She nods. She says, so I've done all closing duties and everything. So yeah. Will you be okay to get home and like everything will?
Oh yes,
right?
Absolutely. There's as you know, of course, the board, the licensing board, and these are things that unfortunately do transpire. We're all human after all. We make mistakes. So the important point is that if Mr. Thorne ever does return, that I attempt to rebuild any lost trust with him. Yes.
Okay. You see, she walks away. I won't even have you roll for this. I think this is important to let you know. You've known Lena for a bit. You know that this is the young woman who works and is currently studying the same kind of practice that you are working in. She wants to be working in like trauma care. She wants to work in family spaces, like people who've gone through hardship. She's still a young person who lives in a modern age of judgment of people who have lived lives, and you could not, very much like seen life through a filter and a screen kind of thing. Where the connection of a human being who is anything other than just like what you would present at your best is not what you see.
Yes.
And so when you see it in that kind of space, you ignore it, you reject it, or you mock it. And you turning into a space of a man came in who was demanding that whatever it was I see and made the space unsafe. He deserves the dignity and the respect that I deserve for all other people. And deserves that I be held accountable for not giving him that. She goes to type this in, and she does so. And she does so by the book. She presents it all. She writes it up. She does leave a note because it is closing at the time that this will be sent off by tomorrow, basically. But it is written down the process. She leaves a note for Sky as well to do that when she opens up, to be able to send this off to the individuals that are responsible for this. And then it's also going to be notarized and have that whole process. So they wait for your own personal electronic signature to be able to do that. What I will simply say is that Lena probably comes out of this experience having more respect for you and a better understanding of her own responsibilities in that same place. So yeah, you begin to close up for the day, and you are going to be heading off for yourself. Contact. I'm trying to remember. Are you arranging to pick her up? Or...
Yeah, I'm picking her up at the office.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Also,
Lena
this
will be
poor
gone. Yeah.
girl. She comes in. You're like, I've made a mistake. You say your mistake in the most professional way possible, where it doesn't sound like you did anything wrong. And then also though, you lead up with, I acted unprofessionally, as she definitely thinks that your character and my character are having an affair as a client and a therapist, and was like, she acted unprofessionally. What is happening? And then it's like, I was a bad therapist, and she's like, what? Like,
as it takes her the time to actually process this, by the time you are like all closed up, it's like bye. She sees the very familiar black Chevy Impala come up and just goes, okay, and goes. But she doesn't. Again, she doesn't say anything. She once again though, it doesn't even. I would say that for her, it doesn't even look as if like this is a bad thing. It's like, you are a person like anybody else. Mm-hmm. And that's probably the best thing that can happen for your own case.
Yeah. And you're only human.
And she goes home. She, drives home. You guys see each other. And you guys will be driving off wherever it is that you are looking to go.
the drive and dive.
You're going to go to the drive and dive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say,
Absolutely.
in the time it takes Declan to drive over, I think she pulls out Roger Bailey's file one more time and rereads that same part.
The one time in which you crossing the boundaries of being a therapist actually was probably one of the best things for another person.
I think also before she comes in, when I park, I call back Bike Girl.
Okay, I'm over here pacing my room like,
yeah. So I'll call her
and I'm just like,
go ahead and roll a rouse check for me, please.
And we went with just one.
Just one.
Just one. And is it the higher or just the regular die?
It's just any die, because it's just basically seeing if your hunger goes up.
Success.
You're fine.
Pour it up because I already have 2 hunger. And I just, hello? Hey.
Gertie, we're on our way. Click.
What?
Knock.
Come over here like I'm not packed. And I'm over here, I'm like, I open the door.
You see Lux standing right outside the door.
I close the door.
Yes! Serve queen!
Gertie's panic of like waiting for a call. Oh, the call! Wait, what? Fuck! Door! Shit!
I just. What's up? Wait, what do you want?
What do you want? Like, what is? I gotta ask.
Came in my room.
What is? No. I'm asking.
So
What was everything upstairs? Like, what was that exactly?
Hold up. You're not the type to,
take an interest or question about
yeah,
this?
it almost seems like you're worried.
Club business?
No, it seems more like you're worried.
I'm not worried. I'm just asking you, what was all that? What's your intention?
What's my intention?
Yeah, what's your intention? What do you want? That's what I'm asking you.
The safety of the club. Like everybody else here.
Okay. Why?
That is a stupid ass question. Why would I want the safety of our club?
Yeah, why? And he actually comes in your room, closes the door. Why?
I don't like that. I take that kind of as a threat. Okay. Because this is my home. Because I care about the people here. Like, what do you want from me? Isn't that why you care for the club?
Gertie.
Looks.
I'm here to let you know Patty's gone.
What?
And is going to be gone for a few days.
I'm sorry, what?
She's rattled.
I didn't mean to rattle her. I just didn't want anyone to get hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
And she didn't want you to get hurt.
But it's going to happen regardless. I'm practically the tank at this
No,
point.
no. See, you can't do that. You can't then just be like, I don't want anybody else to get hurt, but it's fine if I get hurt. You don't get to do that.
But I was going to be safe about
No.
it.
So, this is the situation.
Mm.
She's gone.
Where did she go?
I don't know. But she has to go, and she's taking care of business right now on her own front because she's got things that she's got to take care of.
So you don't know where she's gone, but you know what she's doing.
I know she's going to be fine.
Why are you acting like I'm not? Don't look at me. I'm going to be fine. See, this is why I think that you look like you're worried or something. Getting in my face.
What do you know about Patty? What do you know about her old life? What do you know about, like, her own business?
I know it's quite similar to mine from how I grew up a little bit. That's why she practically took pity on me.
She didn't pity you, Gertie. She respected you. There's a difference.
Mm.
Do you think you would be actually standing here with a cut if she pitied you? Oh, fuck that.
Valid.
You think I would actually talk to you like this if we pitied you?
Fair.
Have you... No, no, not fair. Have you been in this clubhouse thinking that we pity you for the longest time?
No, I meant when she first met me. Not now. Like 30-some years ago. Dude, I was on the street. Barely I haven't eaten anything in like a week.
And how many of us do you think were like not living like that before you?
Yeah.
How many of us? Again, do you think that we pitied each other before we came here? Was this whole house built on pity?
No, you're taking my words and twisting them. No, you know that's not what I meant.
Okay, then what did you mean? What do you mean when you are saying you want to protect the house? What do you want?
I want to make sure that everybody doesn't get hurt like what happened today. Or yesterday, or whatever fucking time it is at this moment. It's just... I'm pissed that I wasn't awake for the moment when everybody else was putting themselves on the line. And I was sleeping? I was dormant? Are you kidding me?
I was too.
Yeah, and doesn't that piss you off? That something happened and there's nothing I could have done about it, but I can do something now. Everyone else put themselves on the line, why can't I?
Gertie, when I'm saying what do you want, that's what I'm asking you. What are you going to do and what do you want? What are you going to do when you go to this place?
I want to find information. And I want to elevate our group into a safer place. Make more connections, perhaps. But I won't do it if it means making deals or sacrifices without consulting you guys. I'm not that stupid.
And what happens if that's what it takes? And what happens when you are put in a position when you have to do that? Because when you go in there, I can see that you care about the club every single fucking day. What happens when you go in there and you don't get to wear the cut and you don't get to wear anything and someone makes a decision for you that you have to do something and you refuse? What do?
What would you do?
I wouldn't put myself in this position in the first place.
That's why I'm bringing some people with me. People that I kind of started making connections with too. One of the chicks or whatever, she seems to be very knowledgeable, and the other one's an investigator. What? Like, the other lady, she's a therapist. She could like read these people up and down. I'll be fine. Maybe not great, but I'll be fine. I'm not going in there alone. I just want you to trust me a little bit on this. Yeah, I've made mistakes in the past, but who hasn't? If I fuck up, and I know I'm not talking about, yeah, if I fuck up majorly, it's going to have a major impact. But if I do fuck up, I'll let you choose the consequence. It'll keep me in check, because I know that...
No. That's not how that works. No. Like, I'm the vice president. I'm taking care of things while Patty's gone.
As you do, yes.
But you're not under the nomads, and I don't distribute punishment to you. Nobody's doing distribution of punishment towards you. The only time I'm ever giving you tasks is if you're working in the restaurant or working in the chop shop, earning keeps just like the regular times. That's it. I'm not going to distribute punishment.
What do you want out of this? Why are you here talking to me? What do you want from this? Because if all you're doing is jabbering my ear off and telling me things that I already know and what I think that everybody else is thinking of me, you can leave. It's not changing my decision. But if you're here out of concern and you actually have advice for me and you're actually checking in on me, sure, I'll listen. But if you're here to low-key criticize me, I don't want to hear it.
Lex takes a second and looks at you.
I'm still in my pantsuit, by the way.
Yeah. He gets up.
Oh, yeah.
He walks to the door. He opens it. He's about to walk out. He looks and says, "The best advice I can give you." Okay. When you're out in the world, whether it's with these Camarilla cunts or with anybody else, any other vampires, anyone that's not unbound like us, anybody, don't ever mention Patty to anyone.
Okay, I can do that. But before you leave, is there a specific reason why? Is this having to do with the past, like you mentioned before?
Go ahead and make a wits and insight check.
Let me see with my blind eyes. Insight. That's a 3.
Forget if you had a...
Hold on, actually, I want this one. I want this one. I want this. It doesn't matter. We all know what my fucking fate is probably, but we're just gonna...
All success.
Success!
It's about Patty.
That is a... the one with the... Oh, no, that's just regular, sir. I literally am blind. 2 successes, thank you. I thought it was like a double. I thought it was 2
just
tens.
2
No, I'm just
Want
blind.
to re-roll any for willpower?
You could reroll the 1 just for the hell of it.
Not that it's going to actually make much of a difference because I don't know how much he's rolling over there, but yeah, nope, so.
Only got 2.
Yeah.
So that's...
Did I get something?
Yeah.
Nice.
He looks at you when you say he's about her past. It's basically like a moment of like, that's not for me to say, which is basically a confirmation to you that he knows something regarding Patty in this way. But he's not going to say it. The one thing he does say is, the only one that I think you want to talk to about this, and the only one that should talk to you, it's bad form for any of us to say anything about a president. Anything that we say, we can't say or shouldn't. When you want to get some kind of answer, you can go see Marco. He's in the hospital right now, but he should be okay in a day or 2.
I keep a straight face because I don't want to show any emotion when hearing that name because I have a lot of mixed emotions about that name right now and this situation. So I'm like, okay. Thank you.
Goes outside.
And right as he's leaving, I'll be like, I'll try to make you guys proud, but I'm like awkward about it. I'm like, Yeah. And then I just slowly close the door.
On that success, you can see he's about to say something, but he doesn't. He goes off.
I just close the door and I just stop and I'm like, fuck the phone call. Oh my god, Patty's not here. Does that mean they're going to speak to Lux? Oh fuck.
I'm gonna say as
and
you
Lux
are
already walked away.
I'm gonna say as this is happening, you can be able to like pace out and go to like the drive and dive like for
As
yourself.
it's destroyed in there.
Yeah. Well, the drive and dive's fine.
Yeah, but the bar is destroyed.
No, the bar in the clubhouse was. They targeted the clubhouse specifically. Yeah.
Word.
They shot. There's bullet holes. This is the first time you're really walking out. You were seeing that there were some bullet holes by the chop shop. There's like a little less activity here. Like there's a squad car that's like outside, like a patrol cop car just around there.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of walking past. Not great. See that?
Yeah.
You begin to go into the drive and dive. Just to kind of wait, nervous shaking.
Oh, I still call Patty.
Yeah.
I try. I know it's going to go to voicemail, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
try
to
to call
sound like
Patty.
a desperate ex here.
It doesn't go to voicemail. It's off.
But like, she has her voicemail even like, I still call it again.
Boop, boop, boop.
And I call it again.
Boop, boop, boop. It's like the call is
Yeah.
like ignored.
Dropping.
Yeah, it's dropping.
Fuck.
Yeah, the call's like dropping. There's a moment though where you see who's serving drinks today.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Let's see.
This is my list.
Yeah,
list.
let's see what we got doing drinks. I think there's just one guy and then the drinks.
I'm still in my pantsuit, y'all. This is...
Yeah, you didn't change. You just
No.
walked out of the drive and dive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just Andre right now. Yeah, Andre comes up and he's like, "Hey, you want a usual for yourself there, Gertie?"
Knowing I can't drink alcohol right now, me. Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry, this is the drive and dive, yeah. Yeah. Looks at you. Yeah, she's just 1 second. It's for you. Hands over the restaurant phone.
I grab it and I cover it.
Mm-hmm.
Man or woman?
I mean, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Or does it sound androgynistic?
I'm gonna get some drinks. You see
Wait,
Andre go to
no,
pour it.
no, fuck.
Just goes to pour it.
What do you want?
Tomorrow night. Make the call. Check's waiting.
Oh, this motherfucker.
And that's where we're ending the session tonight.
Whee!
Woo!
Whew.
God damn, son.
And that was yegVMP.
Boom. Beep. Wow, guys. Wonderful job with the session. Thanks for staying later for all of us here. For all you guys, this just like seems like a normal time, right? Yeah, it's late. But we are going to be going off here. We thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for checking us out. Once again, come out to, if you're in the Edmonton area, come out to the Grindstone. What is it? I got another thing. Nobody's going to be paying attention if it's this late, but I'm doing an event at the Waffle Bird. We're like over 50% sold off right now, so it's fantastic to anybody who's paying attention to that. Thank you so much for your support to be a part of this amazing Mithril Chef Delicious Dungeons event that I'm a part of. Come out to the Grindstone to see some of the shows we got going on the 17th, the 24th, and the 26th. Once again, the 26th is the big one for YG D&D, where I'm going to be the Dungeon Master. So yeah, check that out. And to all of us, thank you all so very much once again. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you all again very soon. You know what? I'm not taking the time to edit it. Everyone's gonna see how dumb you look. I'm not, like, it would be great if I ended with my company logo just dropping down.
All right.
Everyone's gonna see stupid as you go for the...
No, you look stupid because you go down and we're...
I do! Because I do this?
And we're
and
going...
Then and then you do that first, and then... Okay, so it's the process order.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody. God, son of a...
Fun was had by 3.